Can they now hear us?
They can now hear us and see the board.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Last session was a little bit ago because someone had to get sick. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
David is sick in
Not-
here.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. The last session,
Real man over here.
you guys decided to fight a bunch of vampire spawn. Which was not enjoyable.
Decided to is a strong word.
Decided you could have run away.
Yeah,
No.
but that would have caused problems.
That might have caused some problems.
Possibly cause
But
problems.
You guys won, and I don't think anyone actually went down, which was cool. You guys did trap some of the vampire spawns in a burning building, which
is
helped.
double cool.
Does
Double
the robot,
cool.
Does the robot jumping from the second story and landing on a vampire count as going down?
No.
I'm gonna attack you.
Not in the sense I was talking about, but thank you for pointing it out. Hi, Sven.
Listen, I just needed to come in. It was a sick move. You can't say it wasn't sick.
Every move David makes this session is a sick move.
I'm about
You're
to
right.
start perma-muting some people. I have done it before, I will do it again. And then you guys, some of you came and delivered the bones and had a fun time.
No, we didn't.
And then no, not a fun time. While Vile and Virgil talked, I'm trying to remember the order of everything that happened in like everywhere. After you guys delivered the bones, got the toys, you guys are basically chilling at the tavern until dinner. Virgil is taking a nap. He just got up to get ready for dinner. He was missing. A bunch of you guys took naps. You guys talked to the half elf a little bit. Are you guys talking about any of the events you experienced separately before you guys go to dinner?
I ain't saying shit.
Okay. I'm gonna take Sunny's silence as also
Ain't
saying
that
shit.
damn word. Ain't no fucking rat.
Men's probably
What are
forgotten
you, a
we're talking
narc?
about.
Well, for those of you that napped, are you guys talking about the interesting dreams you had?
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Okay.
I didn't have a good nap, unfortunately.
I gotta remember what the dream was.
I sent it to
no,
you.
no
There
good
you go.
nap for me.
I think you also decided that Min might think it was the pie. So
Are me and a robot the only ones that didn't sleep?
Virgil did not sleep long enough to qualify for this.
Vile,
But
do not sleep.
Vile
Right.
literally does not sleep.
Vile
So
cannot sleep.
I mean, the squirrel burned all their key points, so the squirrel was tired.
I was tired.
Nap for
My
like an
only-
hour and a half, all good.
My
Oh,
only
good.
regret is that even if I had slept, it would have done nothing for me.
More like emotional naps.
Yeah.
I'm just like, our characters just fought 6 vampire spawns. I'm fucking sleeping. But yeah, so all of you except for Vile are going to dinner with Lady Watcher. Irina is going also. Unless you guys are like, no, don't.
We're leaving the toddler unsupervised.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I think. Does Vile give a justification?
Yeah, like as everybody is like gathering to go to dinner, Vile would just kind of be like, I think I'm gonna stay back for this one. I didn't really. Dinner parties aren't really for me, I think.
Understandable, Vile.
I mean, they're not really for men either, but
I'm sure Min's hungry.
men's always
Min's
hungry.
always hungry, that's our secret.
That's his secret.
That's my
So,
secret
yeah.
cap.
Is anyone dressing up fancy for the dinner at all? Or are we just we're tired, we fought 6 vampire spawns, we're going how we're going, and you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Mithril owns only one fancy outfit, and you would have to kill them to put them in it.
Virgil
Fair
is.
enough.
I think Virgil is just. I don't know here.
Not fancy.
He's wearing this sans all the
Oh,
jewelry, all the accoutrements, everything. It's just the shirt, the pants, and the boots. He probably slept in that, or he at least changed his shirt at the very least.
is
Other
Min
than
wearing
that-
her robe up?
Men is dressed like the last time and hating it.
Let me see if there is a map for this. There is.
We get a mappity wappity?
Yeah, hold on. I'm now looking at this map trying to see what it gives me. Because I did not think it gave a map.
Desperately
Men
Okay.
also
trying not
like
to burp
attempted to
during-
like hand comb their hair and it did nothing.
I love you, man. You're so baby.
I love let me move you guys to this map. It's gonna be black for a minute, and then you guys will be in like the middle of the page.
Oh no, I'm blind. Help, my eyes don't
Why
work.
is Vile tiny now? Vile's fucking thing does not like to
Shrunk.
participate.
Actual
Can you
toddler
guys see? Did it take away your guys' ability for dynamic lighting?
I love being blind.
now? I'm
that's so-
blind.
Why? Who am I
I'm
missing?
also blind.
I am
I just
once
see a
again
tiny
saying
me.
that I'm blind. I'm
You
used
can't
to it
see
at this
anything
point.
else? Hold on.
I'm once again asking for the use of your eyeballs.
No.
Because mine don't work.
Also, Min, I haven't put you on the board yet, so you wouldn't be able to see anyway.
I see. Or don't, rather.
There we go. Don't mock me, I'm in game now. Where the fuck? Oh, there we go.
Oh my
Can
god,
you
my
guys-
eyes.
Can
I
you
can see
guys
now.
see and move now?
Yes.
I cannot.
Is this a toilet?
You cannot see or you cannot move.
I cannot see.
Bello is
God
always
Why?
damn
blind.
it, Bello.
Every day we remove Bello's eyes.
Why? Oh, because it took away your ability to control Bello for some reason. There you go. Now you should be able to.
I can.
Okay. I don't know if this is the entrance. I don't think that.
Now can I move? I can.
Okay. Now everybody stop moving. I think
Hammer time.
this is
Wait a
where you
minute.
are. I put you into a different area for a second. There we go. Oh, I also need Irina.
Fill my cup.
There you
with
go.
some-
Is there a
Perfect
pers-
formation?
A specific way you guys are walking up?
Well, Virgil got invited, so go up to the door.
Yeah,
Virgil was the one
Virgil's-
inside.
Virgil's going up first. Also, anybody who notices, obviously, Mithril, you know how Virgil's doing. You were there with what he was going through.
Yeah.
If you're looking at him and watching for details, you'll notice in his hand he's got the little stone that you gave to him, and he's kind of just holding on to it. He's not really doing anything. He looks exhausted. Everybody, he looks fucking tired. He's like, I'm just here to do dinner,
Why are
make an
these
appearance, and be
names?
done. So yeah, he's gonna go up to the door.
Can I make an insight roll for that?
You want to make an insight roll on Virgil?
Yeah.
On Virgil. I mean,
Yeah. What are
okay.
you looking for?
What do you?
Why is I want to try and figure out why Virgil's tired.
I mean,
Okay, why don't you roll me it, and I will tell you a reason depending on your roll.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. This is all an excuse for me to roll insight.
That's fine. I understand that. That's why I'm letting you.
I have high wisdom. I am a monk. Let me do the wisdom thing.
Yeah. Let me
Okay.
listen.
Roll
I don't
your
get to-
roll your insight, my dude.
I will decide.
Godspeed.
Sunny.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
wow.
are just like-
Fuck.
Min, your best guess is that did you go to the church with them? Yes, Min went to the church. Trying to keep. It's been 2 weeks
It
now. I
was
can't remember where
Min,
people.
Mithril, and Bello.
Bello. Min, your best guess is that while you guys were gone at the church, something incredibly fucked up happened to Virgil, and now he's just like pretending. He's just pretending he's fine.
I get it.
But
Yeah.
that's all you know.
My only regret is that I did not come up with an outfit for Bello to wear at this fancy occasion.
You just have to tell them you're fine, but you're not fine.
But sorry,
Doesn't
I'm.
fucking say anything.
Min's like, wow, you're fucked up, like on the walk here.
No, Virgil's just sitting here like Virgil's just like I can feel you staring at me.
Say something.
Let me describe the house. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, I don't know, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. So this is what you're walking up to.
Me
I
too,
love it
house.
here.
Is this? Are we sure this house isn't gonna fall over in any moment?
It looks stable. It just looks like
Old and it
It-
hates itself.
it's like when a person is like so mean it makes them ugly. That's like what happened to this house. So yeah, you're knocking on the door, Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil's going up and he's just knocking on the door.
Honks
Let me-
miserably, but in house.
Thanks, miserably, but in house. So you see, like, it says at eye height, it would be probably a little bit taller than Virgil then, but you see like a little peephole, and you hear like someone be like, "Who are you? What is your business
Why?
here?"
Virgil just sighs and holds up the fucking letter he got.
Also, fucking Bello's wearing something like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
That
a
is
Bello.
very Bello core. I'm gonna draw Bello in that now.
Do it.
But
Virgil's just like, hold on, hold on.
You need to
you need to hype yourself up into the German accent.
Yeah, I was invited here by Lady Watcha.
and you're
for
holding
dinner
up
with my friends. Yeah, he's
the
holding up
letter.
the letter.
You hear a very well, and they open up the door to let you in. Let me see. All
Open
of
up the
the
door to me.
servants in here are named, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Are they
I
blue?
don't think it ever. They are not. They're
Are they
literally
purple?
the base, just like servants, but they're all named this time, and I don't know why.
'Cause
I
we
don't
can
think it
kill
says
them.
because you can kill them. Where are they taking you?
They've got Skyrim protected status. Is what it
It's-
is.
Essential.
Yeah, they're
Essential
marked
amenities.
essential in the code.
Okay, so this house is kind of small, so I'm gonna stack you guys all on top of each other and move you as one unit right now.
Wow.
Ho, ho, ho.
Move a little forward. Usually this happens after
only
dinner.
two ways D&D parties work out. Either they all become a polyam relationship, or one of them falls in love with a different character in the game.
Well, we
There
know
is no
middle
which
ground.
way this
Well,
one's
we
going.
know
Well,
which.
I think you fit that role already.
Gang, gang.
They take you here and off to the side. Hold on, I need to move someone who is in here. Cool.
You ruined the possibility of a polyam relationship before it could even get off the ground. Way to go.
Good.
Shame on you.
Okay, you guys can now spread out in this room. You are where you need to be.
I wanna sit on
yeah,
this
you-
chair.
It's on the table, bro.
It's
Like
the
that?
only time a chair is actually in the block. Bello, sit on a chair with me, Bello. Sit across from me.
What a funny
We have
move.
to do this in every house. And the maid says that Lady Watcher should be in a few minutes. Basically, that's
ah,
just
Cool.
there. You go, and then she disappears. So
Bella,
yeah.
huh?
Okay, hold on. Let me. Are you guys looking around this room?
Yeah, let me see if my eyes work.
You see with your
Um,
special eyes.
what do you see? Well, it's a very ornate dining room table. Obviously, there's nothing on it yet for you guys to eat because dinner's not ready yet. But it's a very nice table. Is there anything special about it? The chairs are adorned with sculpted elk horns.
Ooh.
Sick.
Pointy.
And all of the windows are arched windows with like iron patterns in them.
Do the walls look as miserable inside as they do outside?
Um, let me look. This is a terrible part of the book, worse than normal. So
David, I like Min just being like, I see everything.
I see everything.
No one escapes
Um,
from my sight.
Over in the parlor area, the there's like 3 couches. The oval table is made out of black glass,
Ooh.
and there is a portrait of a smirking nobleman with a broken nose, on the like furnace, like above the fireplace. I don't know why he has a broken nose. You know, I feel like that sometimes.
Weird rich people.
Weird rich people things.
Are we friendly
Um,
enough that I can sit in your lap, or do I need to go to the other chair?
You can sit in my lap. Mithril's fine with that.
Does Bello actually sit on Mithril's lap?
Please
Yeah, well, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Mithril like freezes up for a second, and then they're
But,
like,
like,
okay,
sideways.
fine.
Mithril's just
So
like,
Bello is
"Okay."
laying across
I think it's
Mithril's
just
lap.
weird
I'm like a
contextually.
seat belt for this chair.
Fucking draped.
What were you going to say, David?
I was just saying that's like probably weird contextually.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mithril's cool with this.
Mithril is cool with this. Mithril really likes
Okay.
Bello.
Okay.
Dangerous.
Virgil's like fucking preoccupied with Faust right now.
Faust came with.
Bird.
Yeah, I said Faust was coming with,
Little
but
baby
Yeah.
I think
boy.
Virgil probably was gonna have him like scout now.
I briefly
Yeah, he's gonna go invisible and just kind of start
Okay.
scouting around.
Right now, all of the doors are closed. You don't.
He's just
Little
gonna,
has.
he's just gonna vibe like up here, invisible.
Okay. Yeah. David, are you looking for something specific? I saw you like walking around the room. So I was just
no, just moving
Okay.
around the room.
You're just moving.
I briefly considered rolling an insight check on the painting.
Yeah, you just really want to roll insight check is what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
I need to roll more insight.
More insight. But yeah, we're just doing. Virgil, are you just sitting in the middle of the room until Lady Watcher gets here?
Virgil, he's probably just still in the doorway. Actually, he's
He's just chilling.
he's
Out of
not
it?
he's not being close to anybody right now.
Not like
you,
Bello and Mithril?
you can pick up on the fact that he is intentionally not being close to anybody.
You need a hug.
Man, some shit happened.
I think you
huh?
would die if you tried to hug him.
The clown of all people hugging him. I don't think
Do you
they go
wanna-
over well.
You want
I
to
don't
pet
think that would go
Coral
over
Tail?
well.
Emotional support tail.
He's
Yeah.
like in the door. Like he's like off to the side, like here, I guess.
There.
There's just like close enough that he can just look into the doorway.
He's just like watches intensely.
Yeah, pretty much brooding.
Prude.
Watching, waiting, commiserating.
Yeah.
Let me check one thing before she comes.
Sounds like you
in.
need comfort tail pillow.
Specifically about one thing. Let me-
I don't know how comforting that would be. I think all you would hear the whole time is Virgil just going,
No.
just like trying to get the fur out of his face.
No, that's the only hair that she actually brushes.
Everything else, like fucking tangled mess. The tail, perfectly
love it.
soft,
Immaculate.
immaculate.
Deep
Perfectly groomed.
conditions.
the rich people are envious for their dogs
Let's see,
over how well
Strahd thing.
groomed this
Strahd
tail is.
playlist. You have. Yeah, you do. Okay, you know what? I'll go with that one.
This
Head
is the
hair,
watch
one
house.
giant knot.
Okay.
I'm picturing like a
Hey, Moth, I want you to know I have almost 18,000 moth dust.
Is this a threat or a promise?
You can answer that one for yourself, I think.
I was hoping it
picturing a
was
scenario.
something different.
I'm picturing a scenario like at like the tavern or something.
No,
where,
it's
like,
just me
Min is-
indicating no life.
where like Min is like caught like just like brushing their tail at, you know, by somebody like at like the tavern or whatever. And they're just like, well, what about your hair? And Min's just like,
My what?
Yeah, what about
why
it?
would I brush that?
Vile got a nice hairbrush. Vile forcibly brushes Vin's hair.
I love that.
Yeah, Vile would do that. Vile's like, I don't have hair. I'm brushing yours.
I like to think that Vile brushes the two little things that come off of the knot of the hair tie thing, the headband.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, when Vile is doing tea parties and stuff, and they're trying to get dressed up for the tea party, they do brush their little bow and stuff. And
Okay. So yeah, finally, you guys are chilling probably for like 10 minutes before the door opens. The door opens. I want to just know, Bello and Mithril, are you staying like that until it's time for dinner? Or are you like, when you hear the door open, you're like, maybe...
When Mithril hears the door open, they would probably stand out of respect. Dumps Bello onto the floor.
Bello onto the floor.
Lays on
con-
the floor dramatically.
I'm convinced. I don't think anybody can really be like bothered or like surprised by anything Bello does,
Yeah,
or at
So
least
yeah,
like anybody in Barovia.
she's right. She's like right in the doorway. She like opens the door and then stops to like see. So I assume that's when Bello knocked to the ground and Mithril stands up. And she like looks around at you all and is like, "It's a pleasure to have you over to my house for dinner tonight."
Don't like that wording.
We're gonna get murdered.
Yeah, I'd like
think
to
you're
roll
gonna get
initiative.
murder dinner party.
Oh, that bitch straight up evil. I just saw her icon.
Yeah, you want to see what she looks like?
Oh
real
yeah,
quick?
she looks like she kills and eats children.
I will give you her handout. Where is it? Does she have a first one? No, there we go. This is, oh, it's not an any bigger of one, but this is, there you go.
Her name is Lady
Wait.
Fiona Watcher.
She
she
does have
hates
the little
babies.
thing on her shoulder.
Is it
Um,
baby?
is that? I'm not here, but is that a pseudo dragon or is that an imp?
I'm not answering that
Looks like
question because you're not
it
here.
looks-
Damn it!
¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah.
Question.
No, she
Would I
does.
recognize it?
Can I ask that question?
You want to roll insight on this thing, Min?
If I gotta roll insight to answer that question, sure.
You don't.
I'm gonna
That
be
would
real.
not be an insight question.
This entire time, I thought that was like a code name that she used.
Same.
Like, I'm the Lady Watcher.
Yeah, I
No,
thought it
no,
was like a
Her
creepy
name's
pen name.
Watcher.
Her last name is Watcher, so yeah.
Her
Yes.
last name is dumb.
Same as
Got
dumb.
her.
I think I'm double checking something, Virgil. I think you would.
Lady Watcher, more like Lady Lamer.
Where is
Got
it?
him.
I hate this book.
Lady
Oh, I am just.
dumb.
Yeah, you
Lady
tell 'em.
Lamer.
Lady's stupid.
Lady
Yes.
Watcher, more like Lady Twatcher.
Hold on, Sunny. You would recognize what this is without a check, I think. So.
It's just a really ugly bat.
It's Peggy. That's just Peggy.
Just Peggy. No, I like him.
Virgil, like, sees this thing on her shoulder, and like anybody else, you just see him just fucking squint his eyes. He's just
that?
like,
It squints back at you. It sees you squint at it, it squints back at you.
Virgil's just like, do you speak?
I think the lady
it does not
speak, yes.
respond to you, but the lady is like, hold on. Is it a baby manticore?
Well, it
Definitely.
looks like one.
It does kind of look like a baby manticore. You're right.
I think it's a baby chimera.
Reminds me
Actually.
of that episode of Critical Role where it was like they were like in the lair of a big manticore and there was a nest with a baby manticore and the rogue was like, I want to stab the baby.
Baby that.
Like, it's got all the things that a manticore should have. It's got the scorpion tail, it's got the bat wings, it's got the vaguely lion human face.
When it does not, when you squint at it and it squints back, the lady is looking at you, and is like, Majesto won't hurt you. Don't worry. Why don't we sit down?
Majesto?
His name is Majesto.
Okay, that's kind of cute. It's kind of like honk honk, little clown man. I'm into it.
So yeah, she asks if you guys would like to all sit down. I don't know if there's enough chairs.
Majesto sounds like a pretentious name.
She sits there.
It absolutely is.
You're on the table.
Table.
Table. Let me fucking rotate.
Drain.
Fine. Hold on.
I like the synchronized rotation of Bello and Virgil.
Yeah. So she sits down, and let me pull up what is coming out first. Hold on.
I like that we left a chair empty for Vile.
2 chairs.
You guys have enough chairs for once. The first thing that is coming out, like people are bringing it out, like as you guys are sitting down, is goat cheese crostini with fig olive tapenade with a, what is the last?
God, my
Quince
sounds
aperitif?
like you fucking came up with it. Jesus.
It does. I'll post also what it is.
I lit a pear and fig candle for tonight's session because I knew
Oh
we
my
had
God.
fig.
You guys can also see where Moth put in how to say things for me. But this is what you guys are having. Aperitif.
Those sure are words. Yep.
Yeah, I
Virgil's just
texted Moth. It's like,
my kind of food.
yeah, it's a nice food to start out. So yeah, she like, you guys sit down and the food comes out. Do you think Min would need to roll a check to figure out how to eat it?
Christini would be pretty easy.
It's just
to
little,
I
figure
don't
out
know
how
little
to
what
eat.
these
pieces
are.
of toast with cheese and figs and olives on top. And
I
then
also
a drink.
just don't believe in Min's ability to eat food.
Min doesn't know how to eat
I would
toast.
hope that Min knows how to eat
I hope Min
toast.
knows.
I think men would know how to eat bread that's been baked.
Thank God.
Again.
Listen, thank God. I'm just
Is there
concerned.
wine?
It's just
There's wine.
double baked fruit bread.
You don't need wine.
Oh.
You have an aperitif. It's already alcoholic.
There's
That was
also
a
wine.
Cock's my fucking gun.
I'm just telling you, there is also bottles of wine on the table.
Listen, I'm just saying it's a little rude to start drinking wine before the second course even comes out.
Whatever.
I did make meals that pair well with wine, though.
Is
Thank
is
you.
the lady is she already slamming back wine?
No, she's drinking the thing that came with the first
Uh,
course. The wine is there on the table for later, okay? Why
Heavy
is this
debate
hard?
about the liquor.
Listen, This wine is probably poisoned. We really gotta cover all our
You
bases.
can't talk. You're not here.
The
Shut
ghost
up,
of Vile in our
robot.
heads.
Sometimes I
Silence,
can still
bot.
hear Vile's voice.
So yeah,
It's like they're there
I
with
just
us.
fucking left the game. Thanks. That's what
Bye.
I wanted. That's what I wanted, Firefox. Thanks. Yeah. So she's like, so how long have you guys been in Barovia? Just to like
Long
start
enough.
off.
Too
Oh,
long.
fuck, we're leaving me to do the talking, aren't we? Okay.
I sit there and start counting on my fingers.
Virgil's. I mean, we've been here for like 3 days. Barovia for like what? 3?
I said,
3?
I said
It
only
would.
been 3.
It would be,
Less
I
than a
think, 3
week.
days. I can
Yeah.
double check real quick, but about 3.
Yeah, Virgil's just gonna be like, we arrived in Barovia approximately 3 days ago. Probably. I haven't been in Valaki for much longer.
Simultaneously, we've not been here all that long, and somehow also been here too long.
It has literally been. Today is the 3rd day you've been here.
Okay. Yeah, so Virgil's
Hello.
like, yeah, we've been here for like 3 days.
She's just like nodding along. She clearly wants you guys to talk more. Like she wants to see how far you guys will talk without prompting.
Pretty sure on the 3rd day, the moon was supposed to crash into the ground and kill us all.
Yeah, man. Then you're gonna.
Virgil's just like, I answered the question. I don't need to talk. I'm gonna poke at my food.
You're gonna poke at it? This fine dining experience, and you're going to poke at your food?
This fancy ass
Does
bread.
Bello say that seeing?
No.
I think that would be funny. Okay, I immediately lost my DMs with Moth. Okay, there we go. And she's just like, yeah. And when you answer the question and then stop, she clearly looks a little bit like
Perturbed.
not perturbed, but like this has been noted by Lady Watcher.
Okay, I'm bored now. Time to kill him.
And she's like, and did you guys come through here on purpose? Or she's not looking specifically at Virgil, she's kind of looking at the entire party. Of course, if Virgil is the only one who is willing to talk.
I'll talk if
But-
she asks a decent fucking question.
She's just trying to make small talk right now.
You invited me. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you invited me.
I mean,
She invited you in the party.
I know. That's why. It's like, you invited us. Like, you should know the answers, bro.
when she asked, "Did we come here on purpose?" Was she referring to like Barovia as a whole?
Barovia.
Yeah,
Probably.
Barovia as a whole still.
Does anybody ever really come to Barovia on purpose?
I think technically
Bello
Ben
say
wandered
that?
here.
No.
You guys did not end up. You guys did not Barovia. You did not know Barovia existed before you got here, so
Yeah.
the answer would be a strong no from all of you.
I'm just like, it depends what you mean by purpose. Like, I didn't know Barovia existed, but I still ended up here out of my own volition, so.
Yeah, what are you? Do you say like I like?
Yeah, Virgil's like, well, I can't speak for anybody else in the party, but I didn't know Barovia existed, but I still decided to come here of my own volition, mostly.
And she's like, you knew of Barovia before you came here?
I said, didn't know.
Didn't know? Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, how
Sorry.
could you?
How the
Okay.
fuck did you know?
Yeah. She's like, and the rest of you? Is nobody going to talk to Lady Watcher except for
Good.
Virgil?
I'll say that like men will say that like they'd also like never heard of like Barovia. They just knew like that's kind of like where they were told to go.
Yeah, the men say she was told to come to Barovia, even though she didn't know the name.
Pretty much.
She's like, how were you told if you didn't know what it was? She's now asking Min directly.
Well, it was in one of the dream things, right?
Yes, it was.
Should men just answer? Well, I was told inside my head.
Is that what Min would say?
The voices in my head told me.
I feel like Min knows what a dream is.
Yeah.
Hope Min knows what a dream is.
But it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just say like, yeah, it was like, just was told inside a dream.
It's like, interesting. Definitely the look of like,
What the fuck?
interesting.
The squirrel is crazy.
The squirrel is crazy. Irina is staying very quiet, by the way. She's like as far as she can get from Lady Watcher, and she's just like head down, eating.
If Min was a different person, that's what Min would be doing.
Min is not a different. Min has already finished this. No one else is like
Yeah,
close to done.
Min has already eaten the entire.
She's just sitting there like. Yeah, so if you guys just are like going quiet after every question, which like valid, she's like, and how are you guys liking Velaki so far?
I don't know. Do you want?
I'll pipe up. Mithril will speak.
Yeah, Mithril speaking.
Mithril
Speak,
hates this
Marshmallow.
place.
Well, personally, I would prefer to leave as soon as possible. I find this place to be rather unlucky, and I'm someone that listens to their intuition.
She's like nodding. She looks like she agrees with you, Mithril. She's like, Velaki does feel rather unlucky these days since the Baron has taken control. I would agree with that.
I think Min would say that like it's been interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Just
it does seem
in-
about time that someone else came into power.
In the sense that like Min's spent all their time at the monastery, so like everything is interesting.
Everything is interesting, yeah.
Yeah, everything is new.
Lady Watchers, like I heard you guys got into a little bit of trouble earlier today.
Us? Trouble? Nah, we
Us?
saved the
Trouble?
village.
Did you save the village?
Yeah, we killed all the vampire spawn. Saved the whole village.
Is this what
Except
Min
for
is
that
saying?
one woman.
Except for that one woman.
Don't worry about it.
We saved the village. We're fucking heroes.
Yeah.
Where's my
Min is-
goddamn medal?
That would be from the Baron, not from Lady Watcher. Yeah, is Min going like we saved the village? Like what the fuck, trouble? That sounds like a Min thing to say. That's why I'm
does.
asking.
Yeah,
Virgil.
yeah, I think Min will say that.
We saved the village.
Lady Watcher definitely looks at me like, "Oh, you did, huh?"
That's
Kind of look
great,
on her
sweetie.
face. That's
You're
great.
doing great,
sweetie.
hon.
Um,
Virgil just kind of cuts in a bit. He's just like, yeah, we ran into a bit of trouble with some vampire spawn, but it was taken care of.
I mean, to be honest.
You're gonna whack. Are you gonna insight check her? She has
Uh,
whack vibes.
yeah, whack vibes. I mean, but really though, like if we weren't there, who knows what
you-
all the vampire spawn
Is
would have got
Minge
up
fucking saying this?
to. Nah,
Okay.
I wanna.
Okay.
I think I do want to make an insight check though.
You want to make an insight check on Lady? What are you making an insight check for?
Uh,
But when you guys are talking about the vampire spawn, he's like, yeah, the
yeah,
coffin
like
maker
I guess
was.
like her asking about the trouble that we had. Like, is
Mhm.
she like?
Any
She just
malicious intent?
Yeah, is she just like making small talk or like?
Yeah, you can roll to see what her like tone, if there was anything behind the words she was saying. Okay, hold on. David. But yeah, she's like, yeah, the coffin maker was always a rather shady man.
Interesting.
Interesting. I imagine the next whatever is coming out. What the fuck is that? Hold on.
The next course, maybe we'll.
The appetizer is candied carrots with honey, cumin, and paprika.
I will say my
So
intuition was correct.
Oh right, that's right. It's one of these. Moth, you're doing the whole fucking Richie Rich bullshit where they do
Yeah.
like 17 appetizers.
I
before
was
the
Yeah.
given
actual
an
thing.
assignment.
I gave Moth boundaries.
Isn't it
They
like
followed.
isn't it like fucking starter appetizer?
It's
Blah blah blah.
I
both
don't know
some
how to
shit?
say it.
appetizer and then soup or salad and then entree dessert.
Yeah. I couldn't say Honda. I couldn't.
Hors
I cannot
d'oeuvre.
say that. I can't say that word. I don't know. So I just kind of brushed over saying what that was when I brought it out.
I can say
now
that
I-
word, but I can't read it.
Yeah.
Just do what every like 50-year-old dad says.
My
Hors
Apple Watch is
d'oeuvre.
really
Hors
Hors
d'oeuvre. Horse
So yeah, horse doors. It's hard to say Lady Watcher when you guys are saying such bullshit. So yeah, Min, are you doing anything with the insight check? Or are you just thinking about it for now?
Yeah, I'm just pondering this knowledge.
You're just pondering this knowledge. And she's like, "Have you guys met the Lord of the Land yet?"
The fuck that's supposed to mean?
Virgil fucking
That would mean
stares at Lady Watcher.
I'm
Fucking
also
daggers
staring.
from his eyes.
also stairs.
Mithra, if
She
you're
is-
looking at Virgil after she asked that question, you could see he's fidgeting with the rock now. But
Mr.
he's like just
Strahd
glaring,
himself.
he's glaring Lady Watcher down right now.
She meets your eyes and she's going to glare back at you.
This is not a friendly dinner.
Listen,
Um,
I'm just here trying to eat some good food.
Mithril's going to pipe up.
Unfortunately, we have had a few run-ins, and it's a bit of a touchy subject with some of the members of my party. If we could avoid the topic, I would be really appreciative.
Are you, when she glares back at you, Virgil, are you just keeping it?
Absolutely.
Okay. She only looks away when Mithril talks. And she like raises an eyebrow at Mithril and she's like, of course. My apologies. She does not look happy. You don't need an insight check to see that she looks.
Wear your emotions on your sleeve, lady, please.
She doesn't look like super upset, but you basically see a like lady watcher just like that above her head for a second.
Virgil, after Lady Watcher said that and looked away, like he's like, okay, and like kind of breathed for a second, like he was, yeah, he's good now. He's just vibing. He's not eating.
He's not eating. So yeah, Lady Watcher, at least for the moment, seems to have no questions. Are you guys talking amongst each other, or are you guys going to sit in uncomfortable silence for now?
I think Virgil's gonna speak up and just be like, Lady Watcher, not to be rude, but why have you invited us for dinner?
That's a fair question. She like looks at Virgil. She kind of looks like ready to have another glare down if Virgil looks like he wants to. She's like, well, it's not often we have parties come through Barovia, and I thought it would be nice to show some hospitality in this rather terrible town that I live in. I think it's always nice to try to make the place a little bit better than how the Baron has it.
I see.
What's so bad about putting people into stocks for frowning?
Shut up,
Yeah,
clown.
gee, couldn't imagine what's wrong with
Gee,
that.
I can't imagine what's wrong with that.
Why don't people just smile all the time? I do.
You also pop your head off to scare children.
Virgil nods as she responds, and it's just like, you would be the second person in this town to do that.
Who would be the first? The Baron?
Yeah.
I'm sure that was an interesting dinner, wasn't it?
Interesting is one word for it.
The Baron is an interesting man.
Interesting.
Interestingly interesting.
Interesting man. Interesting derogatory.
Yeah, I'm like, Virgil's.
Interesting slur.
I think it's my turn to do the insight check now.
You want to do an insight
Yeah,
check?
I
What are
think
you looking for?
Virgil's like trying to see if he can't pick up on any like does she just disagree with the Baron, or is there like a hint of like she just fucking doesn't like him at all?
Lovers
And
to
she's
enemies?
like interesting. So
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
distracted.
You're
tired.
distracted. You can't really tell.
I'm tired.
You're tired. All of you are tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but she says interesting.
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 Does Min just fucking awkwardly like just ignoring the silence, just eating?
Just not picking at her food at all, just fucking into the mouth.
I say men would have finished at this point. Not like I'm gonna say like all of these things like men's like not like observably like eating fast, but as like noticeably like all their food disappears before everybody else.
Me
I'm just
too,
gonna do
man.
A throwaway insight to see if I can tell if she fucking hates the Baron.
Okay. You can do that. She said it to everyone, so like, yeah. Hold on.
Insight all around.
Hold on, let me boost them numbers up, bro.
Can't relate.
Let me help you out. Oh.
You can't tell much of a thing either.
I'm
There's a
distracted.
difference between hating the Baron and like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I get it.
I'm just distracted by candy carrots.
Distracted by candy carrots.
As we speak, I have an assassin going to his mansion to kill him.
Yeah.
I tried to make this meal more inoffensive to men.
You candy a carrot.
Well, it makes sense that the Lady Watcher is like, we don't often get visitors, so I'm going to have a meal plan for people who aren't from Barovia. Whereas the Baron seems like the kind of fucking weirdo to invite you for dinner and just be like, yeah, here's our blood sausages and blah blah blah.
You guys like weren't even
Dripping with
special
blood.
because he knew who Bello was. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah, he absolutely loves Bello, and he still had a dinner that was like inedible.
Whoops.
Almost.
There we go. I accidentally grabbed all of you.
Earthquake.
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 We all move at once.
Yeah, as you guys, if you guys aren't asking any questions, she doesn't seem to be asking any more
I'm
questions.
going to ask her a question.
You want to ask a
That
question?
girl's going to ask a question.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Is tomorrow the festival day? What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was wondering, would you be in attendance to the festival tomorrow, or does your dislike of the Baron extend towards his festivities?
Whoa, just going straight out there.
What's she gonna do? Attack the person with the sword?
She might.
Can I
those
answer
ghost
that
servants could
question?
be sleeper agents or something.
What
Sleeper
you gonna
agents.
do? Attack the person with the sword who can glow aggressively, whose friend can put out fucking 30 damage in a fucking instant?
Also, I want to say, I didn't mention it earlier, Majesto has his own little plate that he
Okay, that's
eats off
kind of
of.
adorable.
I want to pet him.
He's either on her shoulder or in her lap during the dinner.
We don't like the lady, but we're enamored with the pet.
Oh,
Yeah.
This medicine can make me tired because that's definitely what I want.
Whoa. She's like, oh, as much as I dislike the Baron, unfortunately, everyone in Valaki has to be in attendance for the festival or they get put in prison. And I am not interested in dealing with prison at the moment.
It could be fun.
Well,
Not even skirting around the not liking the bear.
I think someone such as you is a bit too pretty for prison.
Damn.
You cut out. I heard pretty for prison.
Yeah, I said she's too
Yeah.
pretty for prison.
She's like, oh, thank you.
I don't know if I would use. I don't know if I would use pretty.
We schmooze! We schmooze!
This is a fancy dinner. You schmooze the shit out of everything.
I don't know that that was necessarily
Just
a
like,
compliment.
damn bitch, your fucking little pat on your shoulder is better looking than you, Jesus.
The only thing, she wouldn't be as bad if it weren't for the fact that she has this weird ass hairdo with horns.
She looks like she's been pinched at odd angles.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
She looks like
piece
a
of
clay
Play-Doh.
sculpture that someone started and then they accidentally dropped it and tried to salvage it.
Stop, that's me in studio every day.
Luckily, she is one of the portraits that I don't mind that she looks creepy as hell. So, because it kind of matches her whole thing, like with her house and like.
Yeah.
Also, soup and salad. It's grilled ratatouille. Also, interesting. Min's plate has more.
They're like, this is hungry.
Yeah. So, Min, you actually have like a serving and a half on your plate compared to everybody else.
Ratatouille.
Nice. Still finishes first.
I love
Phil
her.
finishes first, but clearly they're trying to be nice because you're eating so fast. But yeah, she's like, unfortunately, they come to people's houses and will try to get into houses if they think there's people trying to avoid the festival. So you will see everyone in Velaki in attendance tomorrow. I'm sure that's what Mithril wanted to hear.
Mithril like visibly deflates.
She's like, "Are you
You're
a
gonna
part
be
of the? Are you a part of the festival?"
Well, unfortunately, I guess if I'm allowed to say that without going to prison, yes, I am, and, well, it should be very interesting.
He's like, "Don't worry. I'm not going to reproach you for anything you say to the Baron. First off, when you say I won't go to prison for it." She's like, "I'm so sorry you got roped into it. Usually it's just the Baron, his wife, and Bello. When Bello was
Mithril
in town."
elbows Bello.
Yeah. Bello's just like giggling.
Hey,
Hey.
I have a DM thing to ask.
Okay.
Can I have my little dude, my little Faust,
Your
turn
Faust.
into an invisible spider and scout?
Ew.
Can he
I
turn
love
into a
that.
spider?
He can turn
Okay.
into a spider or a raven, and I'm having him be a spider, and he's gonna go
Okay.
scout the house without getting smushed.
Okay.
Little scooshed.
Squished. Okay, I will give you the map later.
Thank you.
Mithril's going to pipe up.
Well, I've been conscripted to be a bit of the main event, I guess. I have some interesting qualities about me due to, well, what I am. So, the Baron took quite a liking to me.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Mithril just trails off and stares at a wall.
Me too.
I will say, Lady Watcher is one of the Barovians who does not seem weirded out at all by you guys.
Thank God.
So, just another thing.
The one person in Barovia who knows of people outside of Barovia.
There's only been a couple people who are like, "You're chill," but she appears to be one of them.
Also, real quick,
Hmm.
because Min is eating fast enough, and Min
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be used to like having the robe dressed up and shit. I want to say that like every time Min seems to get a little bit of something on their robe, you can see Virgil muttering and like stuff.
Cleaning?
Yeah, like stuff on Min's shirt, just like sifting off into particles.
Prestidigitating her.
He's sitting here prestidigitating her shirt every
you-
time it
God.
drops something on her, so it's clean.
Are you implying that Min is a messy eater?
I
Yes.
Are you
mean,
implying she's not?
I mean,
Listen,
But also,
it's not as bad as you would assume it to be.
bad enough for a
but it's
fancy
still
dinner.
bad.
Lady Watcher is just like, I'm so sorry, and then Mithril's just like, me too.
Also, like, no. Delete that. Lady Watcher clearly like knows what you're doing, Virgil, but she seems to be choosing to ignore you cleaning your friend's shirt from across the table.
Like a parent wiping them with a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Virgil's like trying really hard to just distract himself from a lot of things right now, and part of that is cleaning Min's shirt.
Just cleaning Min's shirt over and over again. Does Min even realize?
I'm gonna say no.
I love
Okay.
her.
Min
Everyone
just
at the
thinks
table.
that she's being fucking great at this whole fancy eating thing.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
One time Virgil's just not there when she's at dinner and she walks out looking like a fucking 5-year-old from an Applebee's.
I was gonna say something. What the fuck was I gonna say? Um, I'm gonna. Do you guys have any more questions for her? Or anything to talk to her about before I move on to the next course?
Next course, next course.
Next course? What is the next? Let's see. Rack of lamb with a roasted herb, Dijon hazelnut crust, and wild mushrooms.
I didn't
Wow.
even know a lamb had a rack.
I'll fucking hit you.
David's real close to be fucking server muted. Kidding.
This is the one thing that Virgil seems to take like a bite or two of, and then like that's it.
Devin, stop being the distraction.
Devin, I'm gonna kill you too.
Devin is a distraction in muted chat and in my DMs. This is a constant state.
I was gonna say that'd be a very ineffective way to do it. Angle's all wrong.
You're right.
And as the main course is coming out, she's like, "Have you all met the Baron's sidekick, Isaac?" Actually, she says, "Have the rest of you met Isaac?" She's removing someone from the question.
The first
Isn't that
day
like the
that
first person we met?
we entered the town, Bello and I had the pleasure of meeting him, and he was quite nice in comparison to other people here, though I don't know if that bar is very high.
Is
Oof.
anyone looking at Irina?
Virgil's probably checking Irene. Like he's like looking in that same direction, so he's probably like
Talking about
gauging
Isaac
Irina.
has made Irina uncomfortable. Just like, like just fidgets, looks down more when the question comes up. You said Isaac was nicer than some people here?
Yeah.
She's like,
Irina disliked that.
I would disagree with you, but I don't know how many people you have met here, so I think I can understand that.
Well, often people stare at us and treat us quite oddly, so it was nice not to get gawked at.
Yeah, he has his own situation going on, doesn't he?
No's got his own fucking problems.
We try not to judge others, considering of, well, how all of us may look to everyone here.
Honk honk.
Yeah, it's
All
rather what he
noises.
does with his power that he has that causes me some issues.
Power.
Does he do bad shit? I mean,
Does
so
he
far
do
he's just
stinky
seemed like a
dirty?
so far he's just seemed like he's doing his
He
job.
is kind of an
He-
ugly dude.
I mean, he is the head of the guard captain. Well, he is the head of the guard, he's the guard captain. He is the enforcer of things in Falaki.
Oh, so he's kind of a dickbag, but like due to his job.
Is she being like a cab right here?
You know what, I get
Is she
it.
being like ACAB? You guys
Is
can make
that
an
is
inside check.
a cab?
No, she says ABAB. All barons are bastards.
The parents are bastards. Yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
love her.
You can't tell if it's ACAB or if she personally dislikes Isaac.
Can I run an insight check on Irina?
Yeah.
Results are
What are you
Said
looking
she's
for?
uncomfortable and fidgeting. However,
Yeah.
I want to see if I can pick up on any ticks that would be specific to a kind of uncomfortability.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, roll
Nope.
it. Nope.
Nope.
You just
Nothing.
look uncomfortable.
Not even. Just uncomfortable. Okay.
Here, let me help you out with that.
No.
You're
You
not
were-
even looking.
Dude,
I'm not counting that, man.
That's fine.
David just wants to roll
Yeah, since
insight.
I'm sitting next to her.
You can roll an insight.
I
no,
would.
you're
you're
sitting
across.
across.
I
from
will
her.
say though, men would
Yeah.
probably be looking like as much as they'd be looking at anybody else. Like not any like more attention, but just like as much as they'd be looking
glancing
at everybody
around.
else.
I
Yeah.
can server mute myself.
Yes.
Sorry. That's funny. um
In case you don't trust yourself to not talk.
I get it.
I could just mute myself. I wouldn't have to server mute
I
myself.
think server muting
I'm
is by far
God.
funnier.
It is.
Just like Ishmark being Strahd.
Don't make a hell of a lot of sense, but it sure is funny.
Pretty fucking funny.
What do you mean don't make a whole lot of sense? I don't think that makes any sense.
Listen, we don't look at it.
We don't look at it. It
Don't
makes
look
sense
too
if you just
hard.
don't think about
If
it.
this were a Shyamalan thing, he would end up being Strahd.
Hold on. Who the fuck is adding me? I'm gonna kill people. Okay.
I get it, Irina. Me too.
Me too, bro.
2.
I replaced the picture and muted with a better one.
God
Hmm.
damn it, dude.
I don't know if I'd call it
A
a better
distraction
one.
on all accounts.
Yeah, that's Mithril. I'm gonna redraw that as Mithril later.
Still ineffective.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she seems to either be out of questions or no longer the most interested
She's like,
in
y'all are
talking
boring.
to
Yeah, I know the walking circus is
I
real
mean,
boring
Hold
bitch,
to
on,
you
talk
could
to.
have been invited for dinner at a very bad
I'm
time.
gonna turn and whisper something to Bello.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
tell me what you're
I'm telling
Bello.
Bello. I'm gonna let Bello make the choice because it's not important to anything, but I think it's funny.
Okay. Terrified. Yeah, I mean, she had you over for dinner. She's been very nice, but kind of in a way, it seems like
Forced.
whatever reason she brought you guys, like, she said to be nice, but it seems like you guys have now outlived your usefulness, whatever she was trying to get from you.
Virgil's gonna speak up
To be nice.
to Lady Watcher and just be like, so, you and I want people know that none of us are stupid. One doesn't just get invited to dinner in Barovia for no reason. So maybe to expedite anything, why don't you tell us why we're actually here? And why you actually invited us for dinner?
That's why you
Because
guys
I struggle to believe
drinking
it's
wine
just
now.
hospitality.
She like tilts her head at Virgil and is like, "You don't think people could just be nice in Barovia?"
Thus far, nobody really has been. Except for the outcasts.
Are you racist?
She's like, "Are you trying to roll any sort of specific, like, check to try to get information out of her?"
I'm gonna go for that intimidation, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
in her
Yeah.
house?
In her
Yeah,
house.
you're not. I mean, I could do persuasion, but I'm having a harder time justifying how Virgil just being like, for the sake of all of us, how about you just tell us why we're actually here? Is being
Intimidation?
persuasive.
And her seat
Yeah.
of power?
Roll it.
Natural 20, 25.
Damn. These crits though.
These crits, though. I'm surprised Sunny can roll well, because, last session, when last session didn't happen, they rolled one specific roll and it was good, and so I was like, damn, you wasted your roll for next session.
But then,
I
bada boom.
think I opened some. I think I opened a can of worms.
One of you send me a screenshot. Whatever is happening, pause on intimidating Lady Watcher. One of you send me a screenshot.
Okay, I'll send it.
We live so
Actually, I
quick.
can't. I don't have
I'll
Gyazo
do it.
yet.
I'll get it. I got it. We live in a
Imagine
city.
having the snippet tool.
I know,
Just
right?
use Windows Shift S. Imagine using something else. It's called Snip and
Virgil's
Sketch.
like, Virgil's exhausted, and he's just like, I'm not here for any fucking shit, dude.
I'm not
Like,
here for me.
I'm not here for fucking hoity-toity. Oh, I'm just being hospital. Like, no, tell me why the fuck we're here, or else I'm gonna be fucking pissed off.
You see? You
Already
see
pissed
what I
off.
did?
I don't even know what you did, but why would you do it?
I didn't know the can of worms I was about to open.
I'll send it to you, Meg. And then I'll show you what the other one sent me. Hold on. Sorry, things are everyone in the background. Bello and Mithril. Mithril,
My God.
you can choose to just fail if you would like.
Is it a saving?
It's a saving throw.
Fuck my life.
Does that pass or fail?
Let me look. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry, we have to do
Did
this
I pass?
before.
You passed by one.
Fuck.
Okay. Now that the distraction is over.
Now that the clowns are done.
Now that the clowns are done. Lady Watcher like stares at Virgil for a moment and is like, I was interested to see if you guys would be helpful in the future, but I've decided that's not the case. So I'm happy to finish dinner out with you.
You know,
And then you can leave.
somehow, I don't think we should be all that disappointed that we're not helpful to this lady.
Virgil's just like staring her down. And it's
She'll
just
meet
like,
your eye.
she's just like, Virgil nods at that answer, and then he's just like, so you have an imp.
She's like, I do. His name is Majesto. Isn't he so sweet?
Is he sweet?
Right now he is. They left out more candied carrots for him, so that's what he's eating currently.
Okay, he's kind of sweet then.
I'm gonna
He likes the
type
candy
up.
carrots.
I'm sorry if this is a little forward, but I was wondering, could I maybe pet him?
She's like, she's fucking. Virgil just intimidated her into
No.
answering why we were here, and now Mithril's just like, can I pet your imp?
She does not get to respond. Majesto is coming across the table to
Mithril's
maybe
fucking losing
he
their
is like,
mind.
pet me.
So yeah,
Pets?
there are.
I heard pets.
Yeah, he wants pets. He comes and he sits like between where Mithril and Bello are, like in between their like table setting. To be pet. He like waits.
Yes. He gets little chin scratches.
He sits on like his back 2 feet for like pets.
That's so cute.
Little baby man. Little
I will say
boy.
that something feels inherently wrong about petting this thing with a human face.
That's what doesn't care, it's baby.
Virgil just kind of shrugs and he's like,
What a strange
"Son,
day
I'm
when
very, son, I'm very sorry we weren't determined to be helpful, but you know, typically it's more useful to directly ask for help than assuming
What day?
That we might just be helpful in some way.
Things work a little bit differently here.
Hmm.
I understand it's different from where you come from. There's a very fun juxtaposition of Mitto freaking out being able to pet Majesto while Virgil and Fiona are like going at it.
This is the most emotion you've ever seen Mithril show.
I want to say, what a strange day when Bello is the one weirded out by something.
People tend to speak and say what they mean most times, but I guess in Barovia it's very different.
Things are a little bit different here. Dessert's coming out.
Dessert time, dessert time.
What is for
Have
dessert?
boy seen anything?
I need to. Yes, but I will send you like. There's nothing. Actually, how about you roll a perception check for him to see if he gets somewhere specific?
Man,
Dessert is ginger layer cake topped with wine poached pears and cream cheese frosting.
Food.
Min again has 2 servings of it. Min has got like 2 servings of the main course and also has 2 servings of dessert on her plate.
For her.
Bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
Give Kirby a run for his money.
Virgil, you're gonna make me, I guess, a
Okay,
perception.
so it's just.
Does he have a separate
Do you
roll
want
from
me
you?
to make a perception check, or do you want him to make a perception check?
Are they 2 different checks? If he's off doing his own thing and he can make his own check, I would have him make the check.
He can do that. I was just
Okay.
wondering because I was like, if I'm looking through him, then I would be doing my own check.
I assume this is happening while you are distracted enough not to be able to handle
Okay,
another
so,
set of input like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Give me just a second. Yeah, it's dessert time. There is dessert.
Sick.
Desert.
Sick.
Can
Desert.
I give him a little piece of my fruit?
Yes, he will take it. I eat it happily. Where's Sonny? Okay.
Mithril losing their fucking shit over the
Losing
little
their
imp
mind.
dog thing.
Yeah.
No, Mithril's one weakness is little animals.
Mithril's like, I love you. Can I take you home with me? Can I keep you
Mithril's
forever
I don't
and
know
ever?
if I could take you home because I'm a celestial and you seem like a fiend, and I don't think that works. But I love you.
Mithril's fucking celestial ancestor just looking down like. That's one way you can relate to Mithril.
This is another thing for Virgil today, so
Virgil's just Virgil's like in the middle of like looking at the Lady Watcher, and then like just like a fucking flash of just like what the fuck on his face before he snaps back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Back to reality.
so yeah. But you guys have hold on. But yeah, dinner I assume is mostly quiet. Like I assume you guys seems like Bello and Mithril are having Mithril is having a great time.
Mithril's having a fantastic time.
Does anyone else want to pet Majesto? Irina does not, so she will pass.
No one else cares about the little man.
No one else cares, unfortunate.
If only Vile was here.
If only Vile was here.
I'm gonna have to
Vile's
tell
busy
Vile
too.
about this.
Vile breaks
I was
into
thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, if Vile was there, they'd be going nuts.
Mithril Vile handshake.
handshake. Yeah, I guess the question is, do you guys have anything you want to tell or say, Lady Watcher, as you guys are finishing up dinner?
Hmm.
So I will say she never asked for your guys' names. Or it said her name directly.
Notice that.
Yeah.
I think normally,
Well,
you
actually, she
know,
knows my name because she invited me. Well,
You also knew your title.
yeah, so I'm like, she knows who I am. I'm sure she knows who all of us are. She just didn't bring attention to it.
You know,
threw that courtesy out the window.
Yeah. Are you guys just finishing up and being like, well, thanks for inviting us. Goodbye.
Quote unquote
Let's
thanks.
see if
Yeah.
we can't swing a bottle of wine from her with persuasion.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
After you intimidated her earlier.
Do you want to try it on the servants that
Yeah, I
are
feel like
cleaning
the
up?
servants would be
Yeah,
easier.
I'm assuming I'm gonna wait until Lady Watcher leaves. I assume she's probably gonna.
Yeah,
leave.
she's starting.
Dinner.
Yeah, I know. And I'll whisper to one of the servants coming by, and just be like, yeah, is it possible if maybe you could swing me a bottle of wine, darling?
A bottle of
Roll a
wine.
persuasion check.
Before we leave, I'm going to stop.
No!
Did you fuck it
Okay.
up?
I rolled a
No,
12.
you barely got it.
I'm gonna stop, Lady Watcher, and
Well, I really do appreciate your invite. It's not often that we have someone kind to us and not strange. And if there's anything you might need, I know that you and Virgil didn't quite get along, but I'd be happy
Mother's
to
like,
do
I'm
anything.
gonna have to schmooze the bitch because of you.
She's like, thank you. I'm glad some people here still have common courtesy.
Well, I owe everything I have right now to the kindness of other people, so I try my best to give what I can.
He gives you a smile. It doesn't really come across as a smile. There's nothing wrong
she shows
about
me
it.
teeth, but she doesn't smile.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. But then she is like, I have to go attend to other business now. It was very nice meeting you. And she leaves.
One of you just sees Virgil, vaguely flirting with the servant.
Good for him.
Just to get a bottle of wine. You can see, he puts, his whole stature changes, and he's just, whispering to the servant, just like, hey, can we get a bottle of wine or something, huh?
Wow. You're flirting with someone to get wine to take to flirt with someone else. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You two-time and
You motherfucker.
It worked though.
It worked, though. I got a bottle of wine.
You got a bottle of wine. Yeah. So you guys are leaving the Watcher house. I assume going back to the tavern?
Do we have any other business to attend to? We got the toys.
How's
We
Irina
returned
looking?
the bones.
It's also 9 p.m. at this point.
I don't think there was anything after dinner.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
You
the
guys,
tavern's fine with me.
the only thing was in the tavern. If you guys wanted to talk to the half elf, he said he would be in the tavern.
I just want to take a moment to say that hideous laughter fucking blows.
Yeah, I'm pissed that fucking didn't work.
Was the idea that Mithra was just gonna break out into fucking horrifying
Yeah, I
laughter
had the
for a
lowest
second?
wisdom modifier, so I would have had to have been the one to take hideous laughter, and I was 1 point shy from failing.
To let you in, Mithra whispered to Bello, this is sure boring. Maybe you could pull a trick to like entertain everyone. And then I casted hideous whispers on, or hideous laughter on them.
Yeah.
Moth, at what point did you think that was a good idea?
I thought Mithril doesn't know how fancy dinner parties go, but Mithril has heard that they're usually fun, so Mithril thought it would be fun if Bello did a trick. Mithril really likes Bello and trusts them not to do something rude.
So Mithril is a
Sorry,
fool.
more important question. Can you guys see the board right now?
No.
Nope.
Why?
Oh wait,
Ah,
yes
you
we can.
should-
Scroll down, scroll down.
Oh wait, yeah, there we go.
God,
Does-
blind
can you
motherfuckers.
see?
Yeah.
It
I
does not.
can't.
It is not indicating to me that you guys can see
I
it.
can see
That's
it.
why I asked. You
I
can't.
can see
Virgil?
me. I can't see anything else.
I can
'Cause
see
you guys
us.
are-
We're around the table.
You're around the table.
We're nice around table.
the table.
Hey-ho.
Why?
I wanted to ask, how's Irina doing after the dinner?
Irina's fine. Irina's quiet. She's kind of like
She's
Better-
like,
Mm,
better
whack
than
vibes.
she's like, that fucking blowed.
Yeah. Can everybody see their character and like the tavern except for Sunny?
I can see the tavern head.
You can see the tavern. I see.
I can see my character. I can't see the tavern.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Yeah, I cast radiant consumption. Can everyone see now?
Oh god.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to turn off dynamic lighting, and then I'm
Horse.
going to turn it back on.
Sorry.
Oh, it's
saw a
another
horse and I
giant
got-
horse.
Big fucking
All
horse.
Giant
that is
horse?
the size. That is the size of all of the horses. There we go. Can you guys see now?
Yes.
What the fuck? Just dynamic lighting just broke on me for some reason.
Ripperoni.
Somebody in this freaking campaign really needed to decide that the horses are 10 by 10, huh?
I know.
like the 10 by 10 horses.
Yeah, you guys are getting back to the tavern. Vile, when you are done with what you are doing, I assume it doesn't take 2 hours. What are you doing?
It definitely does not.
Okay.
Vile would be. I'm going to carve my last piece of soap into like a person shape,
Okay.
and then if I have time, I don't know if I will, I'm gonna try and make it little clothes.
That's so cute.
Why don't you roll me a check, whatever check, just to see?
I'd say sleight of hand since you're doing it for yourself.
Sleight of hand or performance, whatever would roll higher. I'm cool with.
Performance.
Cool.
14?
You make a person. You are still trying to sew clothes when they get back. Are you doing this in the tavern, upstairs? Where are you doing it?
I would be doing it in the main area of the tavern.
Okay, so
and
where
I'm-
you are now.
Yeah. Does the person I was talking to leave the tavern after we're done talking?
Um, how long do you think it would have taken?
After the last thing I sent you, unless there was like anything else, Vile would have left soon after that.
Okay, so yes, he would have left.
Okay.
Are you looking for him to come back when the party returns?
I am watching to see if he comes back, but
Okay.
no, not specifically.
Okay.
I want to say
So-
Virgil. He didn't turn his familiar back into the Raven, so right now you just see him vibing with like a fucking tarantula on his hand.
Little baby.
Yeah, he's just
I
vibing.
like
with a little
tarantulas
spider.
in theory, but
Yeah.
I like tarantulas, but I don't like the idea of them on me.
Yeah, Virgil is just messing with one, and he's just like
I love it.
baby talking to it because it is Faust. It's just in a different form.
I like how I've decided that no matter who the character is, they baby their familiars and their pets. in Barovia like nothing else.
It's
You
the
know what I've
correct
decided?
choice.
Bello doesn't like spiders, so Bello is going to kind of scooch away from Hans a little bit.
Virgil's
Just,
just
uh,
fucking
Or
ignoring
Virgil, not
Bello.
Hans, sorry.
You're the same
Virgil's
character in
just
your
fucking
brain.
ignoring Bello.
I
He's
think
ignoring a lot of
that's
people right now.
yeah. So things in the tavern. What time is that? Okay. Things in the tavern. I'll put some people on the board in a second, but specifically Elfman is here. There's a couple other like sets of people who are in the tavern. I'll show you. Let me put them on the board. Let me grab them. Oh, you guys are also going to see for a second.
Look at all these motherfuckers.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
You
Um,
walk
Pack
into
yourself
it,
in,
Best-
Steve.
everybody's staring at you.
So yeah, I assume you guys are taking over whatever table Vile was at.
Yes.
If you guys are staying in the tavern, isn't? Do people want to stay in the tavern and talk to people?
Yes, I want to
Like,
tell
what
Vile
are-
about the imp.
Okay. I guess my question is, what is everybody doing before in the tavern?
I guess I'll stick around for like a couple minutes to just small talk with the elf man.
You want to small talk to the elf man?
Small talk
Yeah,
with
just
elf.
like a little quick little chit chat.
Right now, it sounds like he's telling a story. Actually,
Maybe I'll listen to the story he's telling for a minute then.
Okay. Mithril, you're talking to Vile
I'm
about the imp.
telling Vile about the imp.
Um. Okay, yeah. Then. I guess I'll roll just to see in a second. Min and Bello, what are you doing?
Went out, Piglet.
Pig
I-
tag.
I think since having just finished eating dinner, I think men be feeling like kind of little sluggish. I think men's just gonna chill around. Probably might also listen to the story the elf man is saying.
Yeah. Okay. So, Bello, are you doing anything specific? I always need to ask for Bello because I don't trust Bello.
I think I'm just gonna sit with Mithril and Vile
And
while
Vile.
they talk. Yeah.
Okay. Vile, you missed out on a pet during dinner.
Yeah, I think Vile is like. They are kind of like a little bit sad, but they are very excited to hear about this pet.
Yeah, Mithril's gonna sit there and be like,
Vile, so I know you don't like going to dinners because they're a bit awkward when you don't really eat, but I thought you'd like to know that there is this little imp there, and his name was Majesto, and he was really, really cute, and he let me pet him, and he liked fruit.
Okay, but like what kind of fruit? Because it really depends. Like, did he like berries?
Yeah, we had this really nice cake that had like a cream cheese icing on it and little berries, and he took one of the berries off my slice of cake.
That's very cute. I maybe she'll bring him to the festival, and if she's gonna be there, then I can pet him then.
Yeah, if she goes to the festival, and we see her there, and I'm not like taken by the Baron again, I'll introduce you guys and see if she'll let you pet him too. She seemed to really like me.
Majesto
Oh,
ends in the thoughts.
I'm sure she'll really like me then, because like we're really cool and similar, you and me, Mithril.
I'm gonna like take a napkin and do a really, really crude little drawing of Majesto for Vile.
Why don't you roll me some sort of
Can I
check
roll
for
a
that?
performance check?
Yeah.
When you're sitting there just chit chatting with Mithra about the familiar,
Yes.
you see a familiar little Boyd decide to try coming over to you.
Is it a
Like-
boy now, or is it still a
He's
spoiler?
he turned into a bird. Faust, although he may be an imp, prefers to stay in raven form. He only really changes when Virgil tells him. So yeah, you have a little familiar white little raven coming up to you and just like kind of just like tilting its head. Just like, are we okay? Do you like me still?
Yeah, while Mithril's like drawing on this napkin and Faust comes up, Vile does like give Faust a hug. It's a little bit too hard because Faust is a bird.
Faust is
so-
just like,
yeah. But yeah, Vile would hug and just be like, I'm sorry I was mean to you. I didn't mean to be mean. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to be mean to you because your owner's a fucking asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to be mean to Virgil. I didn't want to be mean to you.
Be mean to the bird.
He's perfectly fine. He's like, okay, yeah, and he's just like vibing with you.
Vibing.
Faust is just like, yeah, I understand. I want to be mean to that fucking twink too.
For the people listening to Rectavio, he is telling a story about fighting creatures in a land that is not Barovia, and it sounds almost plausible. To Min, it probably sounds like, whoa, this is such a cool story. Like, grew up in monastery, like, totally believable. Like, this dude was totally a hero. Virgil, you're sitting there a little bit like,
I suppose
this
the question
sounds...
is he famous enough to have any reference in any fucking anywhere else?
He exists. He is a character that is apparently a part of the Forgotten Realms lore.
I wonder. Can I do a history check and see if Rictavio, like listening to these stories, like not so much to recognize Rictavio, but see if he's like parroting a story from somebody
Yeah,
else.
if you're trying to figure out like
Yeah, I'm gonna roll
where
a
the
history
stories
check
are
for
in.
that.
Okay.
5. I don't have any
No,
fucking clue.
you don't have.
Well,
But
I know Rictavio is telling a very dramatic over exaggeration of a story he's already been in.
Is
Yeah.
Rictavio like stolen valoring someone right now?
Is what?
Is he like stolen valoring someone right now?
Stolen valor is when a dude pretends to be a military vet to get drinks,
Oh
impressive
no,
shit like that.
he doesn't look like he wants anybody to buy him drinks at the very least. But yeah, he's just kind of telling. There's like a couple people in here who are listening to him. I'm sure Min is.
They're
It's a
just like,
very.
"Whoa."
It's like a very dramatic, like hero story type of thing. Um, it seems like you guys came in halfway
I don't know if Min should roll a history check because Min's
through.
proficient.
Min wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Min, I'm gonna roll that Min does not know.
does not know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you were in a monastery for too long.
Telling
you
a very
wouldn't know.
heroic story about how he fought like a manticore or a lich or something.
Some just like stuff that like you're like that sounds just like a little too good to be true.
Virgil the soldier listening to Rictavio talk about fighting a bunch of bandits or something in an armed militia and like talking about the tactics, and Virgil's just sitting here like Virgil's just like, I know for a fact that would get like 17 people killed. So
yeah, you're kind of having that feeling listening to him.
yeah, it's just like he's bullshitting the fuck out of these people because he's interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely like also an oddity just by being like a half elf. So,
He's the most
That's-
interesting man in the world.
But this is
Yeah.
when we find out that Rictavio is actually like a danger rating 30, and he was just taking it easy on the vampires.
Now I went and looked at his challenge rating because he actually had one. Because I was like, what is his challenge rating? Is anyone else generally listening to them talk in the tavern? Just like the chit chat. Also, Moss, your drawing of Majesto is so good.
fuck yeah. Sorry, my mouth's full.
It's literally
Yeah,
almost
it's
like a
fine.
fucking picture. You don't know what
Yeah.
a picture is, but
It's
whatever
almost
it
a
is, it will be.
photograph. Yeah.
Fucking portraiture of this little man.
Like
Yeah.
No?
there was an
Okay.
entire scene with like classical music playing over it while Mithril was drawing this thing.
Yeah.
I think Mithril would be listening into the rest of the tavern. Not terribly interested in what the old man has to say, because Mithril's heard bullshit stories from men of yore so many times.
Why don't you roll me a perception check?
What if I don't?
Yeah,
You
if you
don't
roll
get the
bullshit.
information.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. I don't get it either anyway, because I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5.
Would have been better if I didn't.
Yeah, would've. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. But yeah, I guess you guys are talking around. Does anyone want to talk to Rictavio once he finishes the story? You guys want to talk to any of the other patrons?
I don't know if Virgil, in his current state, would be very nice if he tried talking to Rictavio. Like, if Rictavio was just sitting there like, yeah, man, I actually helped out fighting some of those vampires, but, you know, there's a bunch of people there who are really, like, cool and shit, he'd be like, alright, you're cool, I'll talk to you. And be nice.
Yeah.
But Rictavio's over here just like, yeah, I felt like a lich one time, and, like, Virgil's just like, wow,
Did I
you're
ever-
a fucking jackass.
He
Did I ever tell you folks about the time I fist fought a fucking Tarask?
Yeah, right.
Skinned a Tarask with my bare hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's her ass.
I don't think Virgil would talk to Rictavio, but if Rictavio
Okay.
looked in his general direction, he'd like give like a little nod, like "What's up?"
Did I ever tell you
Yeah.
about the time I took out an ogre with 2 fingers?
Yeah.
Literally.
Just like bullshit like that.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So, any of these no names on the board here?
Some of
Do
them
any of
have
them-
names.
No, they're all no
They all-
names.
Do they all have names?
Not the ones that look like the basic girl
These
in
ones?
hood.
Not these ones. These
Those
ones.
don't have hoods, but the rest of them actually.
Anybody look particularly stupid?
Are you
Look
trying to? Are you gonna
take
try to
Yes.
grift somebody?
Hold on. Oh fuck! I went all the way to the book to go look at Tavia's challenge rating. Hold on. Give Firefox, don't fucking play with me today.
If we're
Not in the mood.
if we're at a slow enough point, I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me look. You're looking for stupid? What are you
Yeah.
looking for? What are you trying to do? Cause
I mean, honestly, I was gonna be like, hey, Vile, you want to see something funny?
any of the commoners you could probably do something stupid to, or these guys look like they're kind of drunk and they're like nobles in their 20s, which is always just like a bad time to just be smart. But yeah.
So yeah, hey, Vile, you want to see something funny?
Vile would like lean in real close and be like, "Yeah, what is it?"
Are the two Richie Rich guys talking to each other while they're drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're right here though. They're the ones in blue.
Okay. I mean, the good thing about this spell is there's absolutely no penalty. Can one of them roll a Wisdom saving throw for me?
Let me see if they have sheets or if they're common. Let me see what they are. Hold on.
What are you?
What are you? They are just nobles. Okay.
I just wish to cause a scene.
Of course you do.
and have no penalties.
What are they rolling?
A wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay. What are you? Describe to me what you're doing.
I just
Clown.
kind of wiggled my fingers at one of them while they
Yeah.
weren't looking. And now they just think everything is fucking hilarious and they cannot stop laughing.
How long does this last?
Up to a minute.
Up to a minute.
That's a long
Yeah,
time.
You see at first the other one thinking it's funny, the first one's laughing so hard, and then he starts to kind of get pissed off. Like about 30 seconds in.
And I mean like so funny that this guy is like doubling over and falling out of his chair laughing.
People are like looking at them. There's definitely like you successfully made a scene. Everybody's kind of just like when he stops, everyone's just like staring at him, and they get up and walk out. So these two are actually, whoops, for the time being, gone. Who died? David?
David lives.
David? Speak to us from the great beyond, David. Oh my fucking god, he's fucking dead.
It's a shame that they weren't belligerent drunk. I was trying to get them to start a fight.
That would have been too funny.
They look. One of them definitely looked like he was thinking about it, but since everyone was looking at them in the tavern, they walked out.
They're just gonna fight outside.
So that's what they did. Oops, I forgot to bring someone to the right layer. Come here.
Now everybody else is just like, what the fuck? Nervous chuckle, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, are you happy you've harassed some nobles?
Yeah.
It does make Vile laugh though. I think they like get up close and they're like, "How'd you do that?"
I think Bello is gonna do that thing, like, where, you know how people, like, tap the side of their nose? Bello's gonna do that, but, you know, because no nose, it's just kind of like hollow gesture.
Vile does the same thing. They also don't have a nose.
Mithril laughs at this exchange, having a nose.
I'm back.
Imagine
Hello.
having a nose.
Imagine having a nose. Points at
You're the
Virgil.
odd one out here, man.
I want to say Virgil is here. He's not present.
Does Virgil want to go upstairs?
Yeah,
Or
Virgil
is-
would want to go upstairs and see
Okay.
if he can.
Yeah,
You know,
everyone
fine.
knows you're gonna go fuck with him.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, you're about to go be gay.
There you go.
Virgil is lights are on, but nobody's home.
It's gay yearning time. Leave him alone.
Leave me alone.
Actually, I need to move the sounds. There you go. Oop. There we go. Yeah. Are you? Is that your fun for tonight, Bello?
Yeah, I needed to get it to work on someone.
What I missed.
Cool.
I didn't get to ruin dinner, so I had to ruin these guys just having a good night at the bar.
Bello caused the scene, and some guys left, but that's about it. Mithril, I see.
Believe you caused a breakup between two men like that. How dare you?
Wow, how dare you? Mithril, I see you. What are you doing?
Yes, I'm coming over to talk to the old man.
Okay, what are you saying? He's finished up his story at this point.
Is
Wow,
he,
you're so cool, bro.
is he looking like forward? Where is he facing?
He has moved back, so he's like facing the bar that he's sitting at right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to see you so lively after our events earlier. How are you feeling?
Hold on. I'm turning David down.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Sorry, who are you? He like turns and he looks at Mithril and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing just fine now. Did you guys did you tell him you were going to dinner? You talked to him earlier. I can't remember what you
I
told him.
don't think I told him we were going to dinner.
I think he saw you guys leave.
Yeah, I know he saw us leave, but I don't know if I mentioned dinner.
Yeah. He was like, did you have a just like a was did you have a nice time wherever you went?
Did you have a good day?
You have a good day after vampire spawns.
Well, we ended up going to dinner at Lady Watcher's house. I'm not sure if you know her, but Virgil was invited, and so we all went. And well, it was dinner.
I don't know if you know her. She's very important.
He looks. You say Lady Watcher, and his face just kind of like he knows Lady Watcher, and there's no positive feelings in this relationship.
It certainly
like-
was dinner.
He's like, she invited you guys to dinner.
Well, she invited Virgil, and by virtue, that means all of us.
Oh, that was
Meg
Meg
died.
again.
That was Meg. He's like, that makes sense. Like, that makes sense.
That tracks.
That tracks. What did she want from you guys?
Well, I'm not really sure. I wasn't particularly paying attention as it really wasn't about me, nor do I really care for fancy dinners like that. It seems like she wanted help from us, but I don't know what that might have entailed.
He like looks around a little bit. I see you moving, Min.
Amen.
Goodbye, Min.
Men's doing the dance.
If anyone wants to go up to their room, I can move you up there. I'm just he's like, well, I have some guesses, but it's probably better that she did not want your help. He's like, you fucking dodged a bullet, is what you guys just did.
Yeah, I feel as though I could really guess at what she wanted, but it's not really anything I would like to speak aloud in well, the present setting, though you and I can both read between the lines, I think. But otherwise, that story you were telling, it was really interesting.
The story Mithril was not interested in a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mithril schmoozing.
The one
Still
Mithril
schmoozing.
fully was not paying attention to.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, I used to, do more interesting things before I came into Barovia. The people here, unfortunately, don't get to experience much of anything, it seems. So I've been telling them telling them stories when there are people interested.
I wouldn't think that Barovia would be a popular like retirement spot.
This is fucking retirement.
Barovia's Florida.
Well,
Barovia's Florida.
I was wondering if it's not too much of a personal question. I was wondering what brought you to Barovia. I wouldn't think that a place like this would be somewhere for someone a bit older like yourself.
He looks at you and he's like,
I'm 25, bro.
I'll give you a couple guesses as to why I'm here, but that's all I'll say.
I'm assuming it had to do with a dream.
Whatever you would like to think. He's like giving you the smile where it's like, I am not telling you any more right.
That's okay. I understand that we all have our secrets and things we can't really discuss with other people, especially so out in the open, but I appreciate you giving me the little bit you have. So, I'll leave you here. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
He's like, thank you. As you are like getting ready to leave, Mithril, you see one of the no names come up and is like talking to the lady behind the bar, and she's like, we are out of that wine. We don't have, it's like the cheap wine. Like we don't know when there's like issues, there's a shortage, like this person's getting kind of upset, but they like walk away disgruntled. She's like, we are out of the cheaper wine. You can pay more for the expensive wine if you want. Clearly this person did not want to do that.
Okay, well then
And
I'm gonna chime in. How much is a bottle of the more expensive wine?
she's like, oh, we
You
don't sell
schmoozing the
them by
no-name?
the bottle here.
Well
But
then,
It's a
I mean,
a tankard?
figure, bro.
tankard, I think I told you how much it was.
I don't remember. I will pay the price.
I don't remember. It's it's probably trivial to Mithril.
Whatever arbitrary number, Mithril doesn't care about money. I'll
Yeah.
buy one and I'll walk a tankard over to that person.
What is
Okay.
money?
You see the lady behind the bar just like just like she's clearly been dealing with this all day, and it's just like thank you.
Of course. And here's a little bit for yourself. You seem to be having a bit of a busy night.
And Mithril slides like 2 silver pieces across the counter.
She's very thankful. She's like, there's issues going on with the vineyard, and we don't know when the next supply of wine is going to be able to come, and we are running low.
Well, you're in
The
luck
end.
because the Baron himself really likes me, so maybe after the festival I can talk to him and see if we can get it settled for you.
I don't know if you want to get the Baron involved.
Well,
She's just like,
we'll see
but
what we
thank
can
you.
do.
Mithril's such a schmoozer.
Mithril likes to be nice. We'll see if that changes.
Oh,
She's
by the way,
like,
speaking of wine, sorry.
what?
I
What
was
do you
gonna ask
want?
if I could roll an investigation to see if the shit was bad or
Okay.
poisoned or something. Before,
You
like,
can.
when I got it as I was walking out of
Yeah.
the place to get here. I want to see if I can't check it for shit.
Okay, you can do that. She's like,
No.
you have no idea. She's like, well, I guess if you guys have nothing to do after the festival, you can come talk to me and maybe we can work something out. Okay? We can talk about it then.
Mithril
When
nods.
when it's a little less busy.
When it doesn't suck as bad here.
Yeah.
Alright. Who am I toting this over to? Which of these bastards?
It's the one over here.
Hello.
Just taking it.
Would men know about poisons?
I don't think Virgil is sharing this wine bottle with anyone.
I mean, if he was checking it for wine or for poison, I assume it wouldn't be poisoned. I asked a servant directly for it.
Yeah, also it's like it looks like it came from wherever. It's the fancy wine from the tavern.
Yeah, so
Actually.
like, it's probably it's safe then. I fucking flirted with the
Yeah.
servant for it, and I'm pretty sure I rolled high enough persuasion that they'd be like, eh.
Turns
If
out
it
all the
was-
wine in that house is poisoned.
We're all dead.
Lady Watcher doesn't fuck around. She's not
Later.
an alcoholic.
Well, luckily Mithril doesn't drink.
Not taking any chances.
Maybe you
yeah,
should have helped
Mithril-
then.
You walk this over. Are you saying anything to the person?
I'm gonna like tap them on the shoulder.
Excuse me. I saw that you were having a bit of a trouble with the barmaid, so I went ahead and I got this for you. I hope that's okay.
You are like Jesus Christ right now. You are the best thing to ever happen to this dude. He is like, thank you so much. Like, he's clearly
Throws
like,
up on your shoes.
what the fuck
Throws
is
them on your
he's clearly drunk already.
And he sees
He's-
this thing.
Yeah,
bringing him
and
wine.
you brought him wine. He is so thankful. If you ever need help with anything, he says, just let him know.
He won't remember, tomorrow. But
Mithril's just gonna kind of cock their head.
Well, all I ask is don't make any trouble for the barmaid anymore tonight. She's having a rough time.
Just like nods. You could tell him to go kill a man right now, and he might do it.
I don't even have to use command.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Alright, it's time
Say
for
the word and I
Mithril
will
to take
murder
their
a
leave.
man.
I would like to go upstairs now.
Where did you go? I will take you.
I'm on the stairs.
I got you.
Thank you.
It is now Min, Vile, and Fellows still in the tavern. And Irina, but she's not a player character, so
Fading into the background at the current moment.
she's like talking to the lady behind the bar right now. Are you guys? I see you guys move tables. Was
Did
that
we?
like? Is some of you did?
What?
I don't-
No.
Where? Yeah.
Where? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vile would just be doing their sewing, keeping an eye out for comings and goings, and waiting for Irina to go upstairs. When Irina leaves the tavern, Vile would follow.
Okay, Bello, are you sticking around for anything specific?
No, I think Bello's probably gonna start heading up too.
Okay, Min, are you also starting to head up?
I think Min would hang around with Vile and Irina.
Okay, but we're not doing anything specific until we go up to bed.
Pretty much.
Okay. I will move you guys all to bed. I have a question to ask to someone who's not in the bedroom right now. Where do you think Virgil's sleeping tonight? Oh my god, Irina.
Won't be Virgil's bed, I'm willing to bet.
Where am I sleeping tonight?
Yeah.
Do
you have somewhere in mind, Virgil?
Yeah. He's gonna ask if he can stay in the room
Okay.
and sleep there. Because he had a really rough fucking dinner.
You roll me a persuasion check on Hans real quick.
It's the second one I'm rolling tonight.
I mean, to be fair, you had a rough dinner because you were on the offense.
11. Nope, no chance.
11. Yeah, he's like, I don't want your party to fucking kill me.
What if I added like I would tell Mithril where I was?
Do you want to ask Mithril if you can sleep in Hans's room like you're a fucking teenager?
Sure. I would say Virgil before he went up to go check. Go up to Hans would have like gone up there, would have been to Mithril and just been like, hey, if I end up not in my room tonight, don't worry. I'm sleeping in another room. It's fine. I'm good.
Don't worry
You
about
good. Don't come looking for me.
Don't ask where I'm at.
Mithril's
You're in a
just
bed of
going
rockin', don't come and
to
knockin'.
like look at him and nod and say,
Well, I know where you'll be either way, so if something happens, I'll be able to find you.
The threat.
that was a threat.
That was a threat.
Don't worry, I know where you're at. Always.
Always. I'll say softly that Virgil can sleep in Hans's room. I guess if something dramatic happens later, can retcon that. But who has not gotten their dreams yet? Is it just Devin and Sunny?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a dream yet.
Okay. You guys are long resting for the festival tomorrow. Hello.
Hate it here, hate it here, I hate it
Okay.
here.
Oh, thank Christ. I was running out of I was running out of everything.
Like, you also, I'll just say it because after everybody will have this. Here we go. This is gonna be fun for Virgil to deal with and Hans to do. There you go. Well, why are you mad at everything? There we go. Okay.
Mad at the world.
Also, you can. I'll just remind everyone. You guys can now roll madness checks. So if at any point you think something would just kind of ding your character's sanity, tell me, and I'll set a save, and you will roll a wisdom check. And I hope you pass it or fail it. See what happens. But this is kind of a just. I trust you guys to know when your characters are getting fucked up. I feel like I don't need to be like, hey, Mithril, roll a wisdom save because you're cleaning up another dead body, because that wouldn't affect.
Mithril
I would like to preemptively say that I fail all madness checks.
You could if you wanted.
Insane clown.
Insane clown posse?
You
Well,
guys
there's
are my
only the
insane
one.
clown posse.
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yes. Yeah, Sonny.
I just roll with fucking wisdom save for that.
You want to roll for the wisdom save
Yeah.
on that? Okay.
I'm already.
Um,
I'm gonna go ahead and just roll one and see.
On.
Do I have any DC or anything to pass for it to like
I
not
will
get
tell
fucked?
you. I will tell you.
Okay,
Or
let me
as
roll.
Twitter might say, my insane clown Clossy.
I'm
not getting-
fucking
I'm not getting
down.
fucked as what you wanted to do.
Okay, I will tell you. Hold on.
Fucking hell, dude! I
Rich,
can roll good.
we
on
already
one
lost.
intimidation check. I get to roll like shit on everything else. You already. I'm sorry, man. This shit, dude.
Because you natural one that
Yeah.
there was
Ooh. Also, Moth, I want you to know that I got mint choco cookie.
I love that for you. I'm so happy for you.
Oh yeah. Anyway. Festival day.
No,
Are we all excited? What time are we getting up for the festival?
never.
Moth is just like, you know what? Let's push this off until next week.
No. Mithril kills himself. You find Mithril hanging. Session over.
I'm gonna fucking shoot myself and make you all watch.
Literally. I'm gonna have to roll a madness check after this one.
You might. Okay.
We'll deal
Yeah.
with all the hot shit later.
Yes, we will deal with the hunt
I know.
shit later.
I'm just reminding myself before I forget, and then you're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "All right."
No, I'll remind you after session.
Okay,
So yeah.
Dion, why are you not showing me my fucking background
Would you
shit? I
would
need
you
to
ever
notate
really
this.
forget about gay vampire stuff?
No.
No.
No. This is all we do now.
Raging homosexuals.
What time is everybody getting up in the morning?
No.
You have Bello in your room. I don't think you can escape this.
Hello.
Don't you
Mithril will
wanna-
wake up. It's on like usual.
Oh, I guess I should ask, is anybody doing any patrols tonight? Or are we just fucking sleeping?
If we die, we die.
Vile would sleep early, but like Vile only has to quote unquote sleep for 6 hours. So after those 6 hours, I think Vile would be outside the tavern doing patrols, not inside.
Okay. So you're up a little bit before dawn doing stuff.
I want to say that regardless of whatever time Virgil gets up, it's probably after everybody else gets up. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But either way, he woke up in the middle of the night in like a fucking start, like a fucking
That's
cold
valid.
sweat. I'm like, we'll deal with what that did
We'll do that
later. But I'm like, regardless, he woke up in a fucking start and came downstairs after everybody else. And as bad as he looked last night, he looks even worse now.
Or Virgil. Why don't you roll me a perception check real quick, Vile, just to see if you see anything while you're walking around.
It's 2 natural ones, by the way, today.
Yay!
Good for you.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. There's a couple people up, but it's mostly quiet, and you don't see anything out of place.
I think Min would probably maybe sleep for half the night, wake up, walk around a bit, and then
Sleep.
just go back to bed. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty chill, Vile, until people are coming downstairs for breakfast.
Yeah, I think Vile would just like stay outside. They kind of want to like see the festival like be put up. They've never seen a festival before. They're like, yeah, in the books they always like set up streamers and stuff. I'm sure this will be what it's like. In Barovia, of all places, I'm sure they have great festivals, very fun. I'm sure they're gonna set up nice banners and paintings, and it's gonna be great. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
Vile's kind of waiting for that. I assume they don't see that happen.
They are setting up. It's not like fun, colorful banners though. It's kind of faded. But they are setting up decorations. But it's like as if the decorations themselves know that this is just kind of a thing people have to suffer through every week. Does that make sense? Like they're just
Yeah.
tired. Yeah. But
Yeah.
they are putting them up. They're like white and red. So there's that, and like a faded orange. I assume people are eating breakfast inside the tab. I assume we're eating breakfast, Mithril. You
No.
better not skip breakfast. You have a big day.
No.
Does Mithril get up and stay in their room?
Mithril gets up and dissociates in their room until it's time to leave.
Bello, you have a dissociating marshmallow in your room.
Oh, this marshmallow gonna participate.
I don't think this marshmallow gets a choice.
Fucking Bello got up like early, did
Yeah.
all of their makeup and everything, powdered their mask, and then like when it was time for Mithril to get up, Bello even like helped brush the hair.
Mithril's sitting there like a fucking petulant child. I have an
It's like,
outfit for Mithril.
Yeah.
I have an outfit.
Oh. Ooh, I showed you that
picked
outfit.
that outfit.
I picked the outfit. I didn't know. My outfit. I love that fucking outfit. Like,
It's so good.
just in general.
It is such peak Mithril vibes.
Yeah.
Mithril begrudgingly puts it on.
I would also like to say that on top of that outfit, Bello tied a little bow on one of Mithril's wrists.
Oh.
Just a Bello touch.
Thanks.
Just the Bello touch.
Mithril's also wearing the veil because they don't leave the house without it.
So Bello and Mithril need to be kind of at the Baron's house by 10 a.m. for preparations in Bello so you can start entertaining the people.
The people.
And then the festival is at noon. So if there are things people want to do, I can't imagine shops are closed. It's festival day. It seems like everyone in the tavern and outside is moving slower. If that makes any sense.
Me too, I get it.
Except for
like,
Bello.
They're all just like, we get that we have to participate, but does it have to be at fucking 10 a.m., brother?
Yeah, you see some of the townspeople are the ones setting up decorations. Yeah, it's a slow process. Not because it's a huge thing, but because everyone's moving slowly.
I'd say Min probably woke up early and has probably just been running around.
Min's helping with the decorations.
Probably. I'd say probably at first they were probably just running around because, like, I think at this point Min would be getting kind of stir crazy.
Valid.
So
Also
like
getting so crazy.
probably running around, maybe climbing a couple trees or something.
Zumi's time.
Yeah.
Zumi's time.
Remember,
And then
people, you
probably
have to
helping out with
enrich
the
your
decorations.
squirrel.
Squirrel enrichment and then help
Squirrel
with the
enrichment.
decorations.
Min is like, I've spent like 18 years stuck up in the monastery. I don't want to be stuck inside this village.
Poor Min. Irina usually comes and eats breakfast about an hour after dawn. Vile, if you want to come inside because it's Irina. I assume Virgil is up at some point. Whenever that is. Vile, are you coming inside to have breakfast with Irina?
Yeah, Vile would come inside. Is it just Irina inside right now?
I don't know if Min stuck around to have breakfast with Irina.
I think Min would come back for breakfast. Min wouldn't want to miss a meal.
Okay. I imagine Clown and Sun are just in the room until they have to leave. I don't think Mithril wants to leave until they have to.
Mithril is not leaving until they have to.
Yeah.
Also, Min's gotta hang around Irina.
Min's gotta hang around Irina.
Bodyguard duty.
Bodyguard duty. Virgil, what time are you getting up?
Well, dawn denotes 5. So Mithril and who else was up at dawn? Min was up at dawn, right?
Min was up before dawn. I think Min was just going crazy. Irina gets up an hour after.
Consider everybody's still like Irina and them are still in the tavern, but like I feel like at that point they finished breakfast and now it's become like what's a bit later in the morning, and Virgil is just coming down the stairs. He doesn't look good. He looks more tired than he was the other night. He looks slightly more distressed than he was, and you can tell he's fidgeting with his ring as he's coming down the stairs. He's not really looking at anybody before he comes and sits down.
Only people in the tavern are Irina, Vile, and right now. Are you sitting with them or are you sitting away? They're like finishing up, but
I think he's gonna sit away for at least a table away.
You put him right there.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there staring at the table too.
Not in a social mood.
I don't know.
No, not really.
Min and Vile, are you trying to talk to the sad half-elf? Are you just like, this is just Virgil time?
Yeah, I think Vile like side eyes Virgil before looking back at Irina to be like,
"Wahoo! It's Virgil time."
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to be all fun but fine. Take Eldritch Blast to the face, bitch.
This is Virgil's turn against the party time.
Vile just like, wow, how dare you, after having a horrible night of sleeping, come downstairs looking like you have in the presence of Irina. How fucking dare you, you piece of shit, you motherfucker.
I'm gonna crush you with my hooves.
I'm gonna guess,
you motherfucker. Stop pushing your shit.
I'm gonna guess Virgil slept in the bed alone.
What? Wait, hold on, I missed that.
I said I'm guessing Virgil slept in a bed alone last night.
He wasn't like alone. It was just sleeping in the same room in 2 different beds that were right next to each other. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They put their beds next to each other in Minecraft.
Yeah. What if I put my bed next to your bed? Haha, JK.
Unless. Yeah.
You still got him sideways with the leg hanging off.
Yeah, yeah, he's been there. I haven't moved him. Also, I just think it's really funny to have one of his legs hanging off. Like,
Well,
this is
the icon is like perfect for that too.
I know. Sid did such a good job. The fucking Hans icon. So yeah, Virgil sadly eats breakfast alone, I guess, while um
Whoa.
Irina will go help with decorations if Vile and Min want to. Otherwise, she's just like reading, waiting. She's not super excited for the festival, so.
Can't imagine why.
But she's not like upset about it, like some people are.
She's just like, whatever.
Vile, I see you unmuted. What do you want?
Yeah, I think Vile would actually leave Irina with Min and just kind of wander around the town to see what's up alone.
Okay, is there something specific Vile is looking for?
No, just kind of wandering along, probably sticking close to the Baron's house, just because that's where they think Mithril and Bello went, but
Yeah. Okay.
just like wandering all around town.
Yeah, if listen, what do you have to say, Clown?
Everybody needs to be a little happier about this because despite the fact that we're having to do it, it's still a festival. There's going to be fair food that knocks 20 years off your life. Come on. Get excited.
There is a couple
What makes you think
stalls,
that Min's not excited?
a couple games, a place. The Baron. You can see like people congregating to like. There's like a couple big floats. There's a giant ball made of like sticks. Like it's huge. It's fucking huge.
Min's
It's bigger
probably
than
gonna
the horse tokens.
That's a big ball.
It's
Also,
a big ball.
I have an unrelated question. Completely unrelated.
Terrifying. What is it?
What does spell attack do?
What do you mean? In what context? Like roll spell attack?
I
Or is
guess.
it like what you roll to attack with your spell?
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
'Cause I've
because not
got a-
everything is a save.
Because I've got a spell modifier and a spell attack modifier.
So
I
the
don't know what the
modifier, if it's a damage thing, that's what you add to the damage. Whereas
Oh,
a spell
yeah.
attack is what you add to. It's basically your 2-hit. That's what you're like. For example, my Eldritch Blast, I have a +8 spell attack, which means I have a +8 to hit with my Eldritch Blast, but I have a +5. So the modifier refers to your spell casting modifier.
Mm.
So if something's like, oh, you add your spell casting modifier, that's the number you add. Your spell attack is if it's, a spell that you attack with, you have your 2-hit, which is the number, and then obviously what the save DC is.
So what
it's
you're
like,
saying is I just got horribly unlucky and chose a bunch of spells that don't take my spell attack into account.
what do you
Yes.
here? What do you mean?
If there's your spell attack is like to hit, so if it's not a save or else sort of spell, then that's when your spell attack would be used.
The thing is, yeah, like if it's a save, that's what the spell is. The spell is the save is when if it hits or does something.
Mm.
But that specifically refers to if you attack with it. Like if you have to roll to hit with it, spell attack is the number you add, i.e., like vicious mockery or something. Actually, that's a save, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Huh.
Every offensive spell I have is a save.
To be fair, that's kind of just how Bard is. Bard
Yeah.
is the save or suck class, basically. Yeah, like it's literally Bard is like you save or you suck, and the suck means you failed. Most of your shit is gonna be like that. So unfortunately, you just kind of made the. To be fair, all the spells you've chosen are good spells. It's just Bard's not offensive. That's how it is. Bard's not offensive. Like, the two offensive spellcasters in the party are me and Vile, really. And Mithril's the half spellcaster tank. You know? So it's like, you're utility. You're a utility. That's the purpose Bard serves. So I wouldn't feel too bad about not having spells that require you to roll to hit, because I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Save or suck spells are the best spells in the fucking game for that exact reason.
Yeah, I mean, I did notice that, like, as much as it sucks that Hideous Laughter is a 15 whiz, the fact that it completely knocks them prone
Yeah.
for a full minute is kind of ridiculous.
Um,
Oh yeah, that was my question. I'm sorry for
That's good.
derailing, but I was
No,
just
you're
sitting there
good.
trying to figure out what it was.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck this means. Yeah, so, Mithril, you are being put around onto your float. They're like getting you ready. The sequence of events is that like your float is going to come first. Well, there's gonna be like a thing, and then it's your float, and then and you guys are going to like the town square. Is this Min with the zoomies?
Zooming.
um, and then like in the town square, and then they're going to light this giant wicker ball on fire, and that's kind of like the biggest part of the festival. And before that, Bello is like going to be in the town square doing Bello things.
Sounds like a fire hazard, to be honest.
Might be a fire hazard. What issues? Wait, are you gonna tell the Baron it's a fire hazard, man?
Nah.
Nah.
It's gonna be a fire hazard. Min ends up in jail.
That doesn't sound very happy of you,
Listen,
man.
if the village catches fire,
Yeah. Very happy
their
with you,
fault.
man. It also, for the people who have been outside, kind of looks like it's going to rain. Which, if they're gonna light this giant ball on fire,
surely that means something.
maybe not the best move.
If you light a
But yeah.
bonfire big enough, they just have to set it on fire before it starts raining, and then hope it gets big enough.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Bella, what are you doing to entertain people as they start showing up in the town square?
You entertainer, you.
What do I have that I could do something fun with?
Preferably not attack the crowd.
I need to remove my alchemist fire. I don't have that anymore.
Offended that you would,
He just fucking
comply.
Bello just fucking casts the fucking dancing the dancing spell on everybody.
Well, I will say, Bella, you can get away with a lot here. You cannot get away with hurting people.
No. I was gonna light stuff on fire with the alchemist fire, but I forgot that I don't have that anymore. So I'm just looking here.
Do you have
I
press the
have it.
digi?
I do not.
You
So I will let you like bend the rules of spells if I think it's entertaining enough.
I mean, I do have an oil flask, so I could cover stuff in oil and.
imagine not taking
And
press the
I don't.
digitation.
I can't imagine that's going to be. That might actually be a fire hazard.
I'm gonna fire juggle.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Why don't you roll a performance check? If that's what you want to do.
Oh boy. Come on, +7. Don't fuck me.
My bro.
It's It's fine. It's like you're not failing at what you're doing, but it's not like the coolest thing that you've ever seen, and also like it's not cool enough to overcome the fact that you're Bello and they fucking hate you.
What the fuck's the point of all of these super high bonuses? We just roll low anyway.
They saw this, this act, last year.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's enough that like the Baron would be happy with what you're doing at least. Whether or not the townspeople care is up to you. Is kind of not something up to you. You're good enough for the Baron. How about that?
The Baron and his, historically high standards.
Yeah.
That plus 10 intimidation overriding plus 7 performance.
Pretty much. That's kind of what happened there. Min and Virgil, and Vile, as it gets closer to actually being time, where are you guys trying to get to stand? So like it's going to come like through here, this way, and kind of into the town square like this. I think this is where the town square is. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say, if you're like showing anything, I do not see
Yeah.
it.
Where's my Curse of Strahd book?
Where in the
Whatever.
book?
That's the town square now, if it's not. Ba, 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 ba. But yeah, so where would you guys like to stand on like the path? You can get pretty much anywhere. It's not like people really want to be up close.
Yeah.
They don't want to be close to the glowy bitch.
Yeah, not really. Also, this is the town square. Can't confirm.
Almost like a forced affair.
Yeah, so like there are people lining the streets, but if you like wanted to get really close, no one is going to like fight you for it. So, just wondering where you guys will be.
Man,
So it starts here, right?
Yeah, by the Baron's house.
Yeah, I think Vile would want to be like there when it started and like follow it as it goes.
You can do that.
I think
Virgil
kind of just up for wherever Irina would want to stand.
Yeah, Irina does not want to be super close. She's actually probably going to stay kind of by the tavern. She's going to be like right here.
I guess Virgil will hang around the two of them as well.
Okay.
Irina just wants the festival over with.
Irina's a little bit concerned about the festival. Just like little worried. Doesn't make it obvious, but she's like,
Nah, we got Mithril and Bello involved. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Virgil's just like, I'm here to make an appearance.
I'm here so that I don't get thrown in jail.
He's like, God, Virgil having to pretend to smile, how fucking shitty he feels, or else the Baron's guards are gonna try to grab him, and that's not gonna be fun for anybody.
Yeah, there's definitely guards patrolling. You can see, like, looking for people who look too upset or too, they're both patrolling, knocking on doors, and they're patrolling, looking for
Virgil
people who look
is
upset.
taking advantage of his cloak and just covering himself completely. Like, so all you see is just the bottom half of his face for the most part. It's like, I'm not being seen.
I am not being seen, please.
Men just being like, come on, guys, it's a festival.
It's a festival.
Yeah.
So yeah, also the more you're standing out here, the more you're like, it's definitely going to fucking rain. I can smell the rain. The rain is coming.
I can feel it in my
smell the rain.
bones.
That's why I'm just sitting here in the cloak.
Yeah. A lot of people did bring cloaks. Like, everybody looked outside and was like, cool. Bringing my raincoat, just in
Bringing my
case.
parasol.
Yeah, bringing my parasol.
Does Irina have a cloak?
Irina has a cloak.
Mhm.
Irina probably has a cloak and like a parasol, just like both. Does Min have a cloak?
Min will be
Does Min
fine.
just have the robe?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
it starts to rain and it
Or just
bothers
make it a
Min,
hooded
Min will
robe.
just throw the robe on.
Okay.
Like, I don't like wearing the robe, but I don't like being wet more.
Vile, I know we joked about it. Do you actually get hurt with, or are you fine?
Vile does not get hurt by water.
Okay. I just needed to
I
check.
wish Warforged had a weakness like that. That'd be the funniest shit in the book.
They're
I think
weak
they
to-
should. I think it would be very funny if in water I short circuited, but no, water's fine for me.
They're weak to rust eaters.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times are Rust Eaters gonna be fucking popping up, my dude?
They're also weak to spells that bend wood and stuff like that.
Oh. Festival.
How much food would Min have been able to eat by this point?
Oh my god.
A lot. Oh,
Min
Bello
would-
and Min, roll me saves for your pie. It's a con save.
Con save.
Con save. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Let me double check my numbers here.
Is a 21 good enough?
21 is good enough.
Does a 21 pass?
Is it fine?
Does a 21 save me from the pie?
That's a legitimate question in this fucking game, though. Does a 21 pass?
I'd
Does
be
that
more
pass?
23
scared.
pass?
A 23 also passes.
I would be more scared if we rolled that and a 21 and a 23 didn't protect us from the pie. Whatever it's doing.
Drug pie, drug pie.
Just rolling a nat 20 on my con save.
Nat 20 on my
I
card.
would have
Yeah.
even taken failing to the pie if it meant succeeding and making these people happy. I just want
You
to
can make these people happy.
I just
I'm
want to
willing-
be a happy clown.
I'm willing to risk food poisoning to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I cast command on the nearest person and make them shit their pants.
Yeah. Thurl, is this what you're doing while they're like you had to be put on the float so they could finish decorating it with like these wilting flowers that are a couple days old.
That's a bit depressing.
It's
I'm
a
a
bit
23.
depressing.
Can
I know.
can
I'm
I
telling
see them, like, since I'm at the beginning of the parade, can I see them setting up this float?
you. Yes.
Can I go over there and just be like, hey, I don't want to be rude, but your float's kind of like a little bit sad. Do you want me to help?
Who are you saying this to?
Just like whoever's working on the float. Like, it just some random person. Vile doesn't
Okay.
know.
This is the biggest fucking threat ever.
You know,
Yeah, your
Um,
float's
think
looking
for
a little sad there.
For a happy festival, you think they'd be trying harder, to make it not depressing.
Vile goes up and is like, your float looks a little sad. Do you want some help? And the person's just like, yeah, please, Andrew. I don't want to go to gyms.
Yeah, the commoner that you walk up to is like, sure,
What? Sad? No, of course not. No, absolutely not.
No.
sure,
I really don't want to go to jail.
Please
whatever
don't
you
take my
want to
kids
do.
away
Yeah.
from me.
Please don't call the guards on me.
What are
Cool.
you
I'm gonna
doing?
climb up there and cast Spirit Guardians. I'm gonna make it longer. And then I'm gonna, since I can have them be like angelic or fae, could I have them be like little suns, like dancing around on this float?
On the float? Sure.
That
That's
has
so
got to
cute.
be the most interesting use of that spell I've seen in a long
Yeah.
time. Actually,
I was also wondering if for flavor I can like charm person to get at least one person like into this. See if
Yeah,
maybe
you
I
can.
can start swaying the crowd to be a little more like welcoming. Come
You
You
on.
just need
can.
one person to get a slow
Mosley,
clap
you're
going.
making me bored. Dance. Dance, bitch.
Dance, you fucking clown. Dance for us.
Yeah. What does charm person you need to do?
They need to pass a yet another wisdom 15.
Okay. Well, they rolled a 2, so
Oh yeah, they're
Damn.
fucking into this.
I got all the wisdom.
One person is immediately just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah! This is awesome!
this is awesome.
This is the greatest
Um,
thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
you can definitely like the people around them instead of being like, yeah, more into this. Like they're nice and they're like smiles on their face, but they're giving each other like
What the
looks
fuck?
like
Hey, listen. If anything, I've protected whoever I just charmed from going to prison.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you probably did a good thing. Um,
They're definitely not going to jail.
then yeah.
The
But
Baron's just like, man, you were super into the festival this year.
everyone else is like, oh god, George is going crazy.
George has finally snapped.
Me too, George.
He's finally lost it.
um. So yeah, the festival starts.
No.
The festival starts with a procession of children wearing flower crowns of wilted flowers. And they have like flower petals that are like they have like in their basket, like at a fucking wedding, sort of thing.
That's cute.
Man, depression really just kind of seeps into everything here, doesn't it?
Maybe they shouldn't have picked all of these flowers like 3 days ago. Uh,
Yeah, really.
really. And then um there are people carrying both the float that has mithril on it and the wicker ball. So you see mithril next. You were asked to start your glowy bitch um before you started.
Frowny face. Yeah.
Frowny
Okay.
face. They do that. You guys see mithril like looks cool objectively, but since you guys know mithril looks like they want to fucking die.
Mithril looks like the most tortured soul in the depths of hell right now.
Yeah,
Mithra looking like the head, like the fucking winner of the next Eurovision, bro.
like completely just like, and you are just supposed to like stand still with like your sword in the air, like as a
Whoa.
pose.
Whoa.
Woo. And then next comes the wicker ball. It's probably 20 feet in diameter.
Orb.
Uh, orb. It's made of like okay, this is probably the most impressive thing of this besides like obviously Mithril's pretty cool to anyone who doesn't know who Mithril is and how Mithril feels. Um, it's like a round wicker ball, and then behind it is the the Baron and his wife on like horseback following. The Baron looks very proud of himself. Like, wow, this is his best creation ever. Um, and you see people clap when they see the Baron like half-heartedly because they're supposed to clap. But they clap.
Question.
Hmm.
Where is Virgil at?
Virgil is next to Min now. Underneath Min. I think Virgil is underneath Min is where they are. Why?
We're like moving, right? This is kind
Yeah,
of like a
this is kind of the path. Yeah.
okay. So while I'm juggling and I'm walking by Virgil and all of them, I'm assuming all of the other festivities are just also following this path. So
Yes.
I'm gonna say that I saw the flowers and how fucking pathetic they look. And when I'm passing by Virgil and Min, I'm gonna lean in and ask Virgil if he can do something about those flowers.
The
Since I
flowers that
know
are
Virgil
like on the
just
digit's hand.
Virgil just stares at Bella for a second. It's just like, fine. And then I'm gonna use prestidigitation to
Make the
fucking
flowers. The
yeah
flower
make
crowns look nice.
make the flower crowns look nice. It's not druidcraft, so I can't like unwilp them, but I can
Yeah.
zhuzh them up and like make them a newer color, make them
Look nicer.
colorful. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
You
like
do
snaps, and that's what happens.
you do see people notice that, and there is a little bit of talking within the crowd when you do that, because they don't know who did it, but people saw the color change. There are people
All
by
they know,
you.
all they know is that they heard a snap from some nondescript area, and it's like Virgil would have not been seen doing it because
Yeah,
you look at Virgil, he's just a cloak right now.
it's just a cloak. A lot of people are just cloaks, actually.
Yeah.
Um, you guys, but yeah, you see this. There's like some talking within the crowd, and then like Mithril comes by, and everybody becomes very quiet. Um, and then um the wicker ball, and then the baron, and people clap for the baron, and then once he's around the corner people stop clapping. Not many people follow the procession like Vile is. There's a couple people, like a couple kids that don't really like, the depression hasn't really got to them yet. um, that are
Listen, I'm
following it.
trying to make this happy,
You're
man.
doing your best. uh um but yeah, you guys get there, and Mithril, you were basically just told to hold position until the wicker ball is lit.
That's fine. I'll stand here.
That's fine. You guys see as the Baron is like trying to light this wicker ball. The first time he tries to light it, it starts raining and fucking puts out the light, and you just hear like mean laughter come from somewhere in the middle of the town square.
I
Man's
get it.
going to jail.
You hear that, and then you hear you basically see a bunch of Mithril. You could see this, Bello could see this, Vile could see this, because I assume Vile is now next to the wicker ball.
Yeah.
If Min and Virgil didn't move, they probably can't see this. They might be able to hear it. You just see a bunch of guards go onto this one man, and he's dragged out of the just completely dragged out of the thing. And then once he's gone, the Baron manages to get away to light the wicker ball so it doesn't go back out. And then he pretends as if nothing happened, and his guards just didn't fucking beat this guy and drag him to jail.
But to be fair, that was rude.
It was fucking funny though.
It was fucking
Mithril
funny,
had to
though.
hold back a snicker of laughter.
So yeah, I assume, is anybody trying to stop the guards from getting at this man?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Virgil is not looking to start an international incident, so no.
Can we see the guy as he's dragged out?
Yeah, you can see him.
What's he look like?
Like
He's-
some dude.
He's not anyone you've seen before.
97-year-old man.
He looks to be like in his 30s. And it looks like he's definitely been roughed up as they pulled him out of the crowd.
Is it Isaac and company, or is it just no-name guards?
It's not, you see Isaac direct them, but it is guards who just pull him out. Isaac is like standing by the fucking Baron. So, It was not Isaac who did it, but it was Isaac who directed the order to do it. It happened very quickly. No townsfolk got in the way, so.
Yeah, as the dude's like being dragged out, he's looking kind of rough. Is he within 60 feet of me still?
Yeah, if you're standing in the area, he'd still be within 60 feet.
I'm just gonna give him a healing word as they go
Okay.
by.
Why
You know
don't
what?
you?
I'm gonna cause problems. Is he within
You're gonna
60
cause-
feet of me?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast command on
You're
the
gonna make
one
him
that
shit his
grabbed him.
pants.
On the guard who grabbed him?
Yep. Wisdom
Gonna make
save
him shit his
13.
Okay. Let me see if the guards have any specific.
Remember, one word commands.
Drop.
Drop. They just fucking throw him to the ground.
Throw him to the ground. What? Throw him to the floor.
Cause problems.
Drop.
I'm causing problems. I'm not standing for this. And what's the Baron gonna do? Argue with God?
He
With
rolled a 2.
Strahd in front of everybody.
Mithril is going to raise their hand and yell halt at this man.
Okay, he stops. The Baron looks pissed at you.
I point my sword at him as I get down from this fucking float.
You see, Isaac
Well,
start to, gather guards. Suddenly, guards are kind of coming out from everywhere.
Get within
Around
10
the
feet of me. I'm glowing harder now.
Yeah, are you stepping into, like, the crowd?
I
'Cause
assume
they're-
if I get down, people are going to move away from me because the guards are moving towards me.
You are correct in this fact.
Yes.
Well, I hope everybody had a good time and fucking
In-
whatever.
I am
Whatever
ignoring
this village is called,
everyone
I
and
don't even remember.
cutting straight to the
Would
man
I
that's
be?
been grabbed.
Okay. You said halt, so he's
Yeah.
still grabbed.
Yeah.
Violet did heal.
I'm gonna kick
Yeah,
the
he
guard,
has 6 more health.
the guard who grabbed him in the backs of his knees.
Okay. How about we roll
Jesus.
initiative?
No, I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm just trying to get him to let go.
No, you have
just kicked
started
a
a
guard.
fight. Roll initiative.
I mean,
You're assaulting
okay.
a guard.
I'm assaulting a guard who's assaulting a man where I don't think this should be
That's
occurring.
the law. That's the law in the town.
Well,
though.
you know, the Baron shouldn't have stupid laws.
Let
Well-
me be clear, Moth. This is not a punishment of you,
No, I know.
but roll initiative. Anyone who is in this area who thinks they might be acting, roll initiative.
You don't have to get involved.
Am I within like 30 feet of Isaac or the Baron?
No, you're a little bit farther away.
Yeah.
Both of you.
I'm gonna say Virgil is not wanting to get in the middle of this because he's just like, yeah, no. Like he looks at Min and he's just like, should we get involved in this? I mean, if they break out into full combat, it's not gonna be very good for either of them.
You're asking men?
Yeah, Virgil's like, are you gonna get involved?
Bella, are you getting involved?
So Mithril's big glowy right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
No one's been hurt yet.
Nope.
No, just roughed up by the guards, and then because Mithril caused a scene, there are now guards coming out of
How far would I have to walk to make myself within 30 feet of the Baron himself?
of the Baron.
Yeah.
Probably like 40.
Mm,
Hold on, I'm looking for something in the book to determine how many guards are here. So,
The book was not expecting somebody to interrupt the festival.
that's not it. the way they have put information for Velaki is annoying. So. Okay.
Would there be? Here, I'm gonna message you something.
Okay. I lost my. Where is it? Oh, okay. There are so many things invisible on this map for me that I could not find my turn order. Let me. I'm just gonna add things. This might not end in combat, but if you start combating, I will be moving us to the battle map. So.
Shit. If I walked 30 feet, I would have to walk another 10 to reach within range of the Baron, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, because of the rules of spell casting, there'd be no way in fucking hell I'd be able to Misty Step over there and then use another spell that was an action. I'd say Virgil is gonna very, like, subtly walk his way through the crowd to get closer.
Do I not have... Where are the guards?
Quick! Somebody call the guards!
Somebody call an ambulance, but not
Mithril,
me.
you're getting fucking... Stop! You violated the law.
Also,
Stop! You violated the law!
There we go.
How long has it been since the start of the parade?
It's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it hasn't been super long. It's only been like 10 or 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Let me see if it gives me a time frame for. Because I've changed the book, but I'm trying to see if it. No, it doesn't have.
You finna cut a bitch?
No, not at all.
No, but I need to set up just in case things start happening. So I'm
Things
just gonna...
are going to happen, but probably not to me.
Boom.
I'm just concerned.
We don't know exactly how many guards are here. That's a lot.
4, 5. Is that
I'm
5?
sure there's a reasonable assumption to assume that a town as big as Velaki has a decent guard detachment.
I can tell you that no matter how many guards there are, they don't outnumber the townspeople.
You gonna
is Mithril gonna like try like fucking Viva la Revolution? You gonna French Revolution this shit?
Well, who are they? To argue with someone as powerful as Mithril comparatively to this small, sad little man.
Like 7 archers.
I think that's a god complex.
And so what if it is?
I'm just saying.
Mithril's like, it's not a god complex if it's correct.
It's not a god complex if you're actually a god.
Here, in front of Jod
Well,
and everybody.
I think anybody who's not a god that has a god complex generally gets struck down.
Exactly.
At some point.
Okay. I'm just organizing these over here. Just... Yeah. And
That's a fucking lot of guards.
Actually, there's 12. There we go. Yeah, Devin. You gonna send me that emoji? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to... Okay, you're kicking this guy's knees.
To get him to let go.
Okay.
Before your Jod.
Bello, are you rolling initiative? People who don't roll initiative, I'm just going to put you at the end of the turn order. So, like...
I will roll initiative just like I'm not getting involved, but I want to roll initiative. So if I do end up getting involved, I do have an entry in this. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not
I
going
think
to
I'm.
get.
Okay, so I was gonna be at the end anyway.
You're good.
I think. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna roll initiative just to have my place, but I'm not openly like going against the guards or anything
Yeah,
just yet.
rolling initiative does not mean you are committing to any sort of anything. It's just a. Do you want to roll or do you want to be at the end of the turn order?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Min, are you rolling?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, I'm just going to set this up real quick. So Mithril, I'm not gonna make you like roll or anything. You were able to get this guy to let go of the dude with a forceful kick, and you can just see everyone just like everyone is watching you.
Awesome. I'm gonna reach out my hand to the man that was grabbed. Will you come with me?
And burn.
Are you still on fire?
I haven't. I'm not doing it to ouchie ouchie burny burn. It's still showy showy.
It's just showy. Okay. He's like, sure. What? He says sure not because of anything specific, but because he's not sure what's gonna happen to him if he says no. That's obvious. Yeah. Um. So yeah, you said? Come with me. Now
Yeah.
what?
I'm taking him and I'm climbing back up on top of my float. Is everyone still staring at me?
Yeah, everyone except for the Baron and Isaac who are talking.
Fantastic. I'm dropping the act. Everyone!
Okay.
Have you not been suffering for so long under the guise of happiness? And you do these festivals and you're told to be happy, yet no one here is smiling. Baron, why is no one smiling?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
He says because they worked with Strahd.
Or perhaps it's because you're an awful ruler and you torture these people day after day.
I hope everybody packed when they left the tavern.
Yeah. Are you rolling a persuasion check on like the people?
No,
Well, more on the people. You were just.
no. I'm speaking to
You're-
him specifically. The people can listen how they want and take it how they want. This isn't him. I'm holding him accountable.
He looks at Isaac and he's like, "Please take care of them." And he is there. He is going back to his mansion, as far as you can tell.
Fine. Okay, I'll face the crowd. Everyone, did you know that your Baron allowed vampire spawn into his city under his nose? Did you know that outsiders had to take care of it themselves, not him?
They're like, "Yeah, we fucking saw you. We know."
And who would have protected you? He wouldn't have. He would have let you all die. Because at least those that lived would still live under the guise of happiness.
There is a lot of talking in the crowd. Would you like to make a persuasion check or a performance check? You can make it with advantage.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll do. I feel like performance is more apropos since I'm like
So
Chloe. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Vile?
Oh, I was just, if I was nearby, would I be able to give Mithril guidance in order to help with
Yeah.
that roll?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll cast guidance on Mithril then.
With the idea that the Baron is heading back to his mansion, can I have Virgil moving through the crowd to get closer to Isaac.
Yes.
The idea is to get within 30 feet of Isaac. Can I do that in one movement?
I'm going to let you do that because we're kind of in between actually following a turn order and mithril monologuing.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. With that knowledge, then, I want to cast suggestion on Isaac.
okay.
That is
Mithril,
a.
not
Sorry.
everyone. Yeah, 1 second. Mithril,
I
not
will say
everyone is
Mithril can add a D4 to that if they
Okay,
yeah, let me
roll
add
me
it.
a
because of
d4.
guidance.
Yeah, I didn't know how
What
much
does
the addition was, so I was waiting for an
what does
interim.
Isaac? What are you trying to? What does
So
Isaac need?
suggestion,
God
he
hates
has
me.
to make a wisdom saving throw with a
Okay.
DC of 16. If it fails, it has to follow a magical suggestion or course of activity that I give that
Uh-huh.
that isn't obviously harmful.
I am. Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to look to see if Isaac has a special stat block or if he's something else. Um, stat block. Because the book is not fucking telling me.
I will say nothing in the book or nothing in the spell says that if it fails, he would know. So,
Okay.
or if he
He's
succeeds, he doesn't say he would know. So,
he's a wisdom.
yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me not roll 12 d20s.
Yeah, I don't know if I think he would pass on the 12 d20s.
He rolled a 12.
Okay, he fails the DC with 16. The suggestion is tell all your men to lay down their arms and get on your knees.
Okay, just.
I don't know if the knees part is
I don't
necessary.
know if the
I
knees
think the
portion.
knees is necessary.
I think the knees is necessary. I'd like to point out there's no visual component to this, so nobody would know. All they would hear is just a nondescript shout from the crowd.
Um, Mithril, you have some people on your side.
Better than none.
You
Some.
guys see like the guards, like messages like spreading through the guards to stop, and they're kind of like, "What the fuck?" Um,
What the
you're
fuck, guy? Okay.
making Isaac get on his knees.
Yeah, basically the
Yeah,
suggestion was Isaac tells all of his men to drop their
drop
weapons
his
and
weapons.
everybody get on their knees.
Yeah. So, because you're having Isaac tell guards, they all stop. Not all of them drop their weapons because they're like, "What the fuck?" But at the moment, everyone is paused. And Isaac is suggested, so he's on his knees right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got that. The Baron doesn't
And
seem to
the
notice.
spell ends because he did his
Did it.
thing. But there's nothing that says that he would immediately just stop doing it or
I'm
anything.
gonna say that was like his
Interesting.
turn.
Yeah.
The way suggestion works is, I think once it's over, they are completely sure that they made that choice.
Yeah, I think. Um,
Sound reasonable. Yeah, okay.
yeah, sound.
Alrighty. Then yeah, then
sounds
Isaac would have thought that that was exactly his own order and action.
Yeah, and Mithril, you see some people are starting to like. You see the rumblings of people talking and like fidgeting, like they've been itching to do something for a while. You might have just like let you might have just gave them an out. Does
Good.
that make sense?
Good. Does
Um,
Mithril see the guards now on their knees?
They're not on their knees. They've stopped though. They look
They
confused.
have decided no knees.
I will say,
Or
Mithril,
kneeless.
you would have heard the voice shout from the crowd that, and
You probably
you
would have
would have
known.
distinctly recognized that it was Virgil saying it.
Yeah.
It's
You
I would
don't.
say
You
you guys.
couldn't see him. You don't know where he is. All you know is that he said that, and all the guards and Isaac basically followed suit.
Yeah. So
Hmm. All right, back to soapboxing.
it is also raining. Just so like it is still raining.
So much
Just setting
drama.
that. Yeah,
It's
so much drama.
Everyone, while I know that this place is sad, this place is unhappy, don't you want to be happy? Are you all going to allow a man with too much money, too much power, and too big of an ego boss you around and allow you to live like this any longer? Look at this man. And I'm going to gesture to the man that was taken by the guards. He had the gall to stand up to a leader who no one else here could. Are we going to abscond the opportunity that he gave you?
Roll me another performance check.
Yeah, buddy.
Isaac's over
Also-
here feeling like, man, I'm fucking awesome.
Also, the next
I was just
the
laughing.
next time I can like do
That one
something.
wasn't so good.
That wasn't as good.
The next time I can
Next.
do something, I wanted to say that I wanted Faust to like be following the Baron in the sky.
Okay. I will just run through real quick. Min, are you doing anything?
I think Min is probably just like continuing to do the, bodyguard duty thing and like
With Irina? Are you
Yeah.
trying to? Are you like maybe we should take Irina back to the tavern at all, or are you like, we're cool just watching?
that might not be a bad idea.
Virgil and Mithra over here responsible for causing a fucking revolution of Valaki.
Yeah.
Fuck
Um,
Valaki, this place sucks. If nothing else happens, we can leave sooner now.
This was Mithril's plan all along.
Mithril
No.
just did not want to be here anymore.
Mithril
Mithril-
woke up this morning and they were like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking cause a scene and get the hell out of here.
Mithril did not intend for this to happen when they woke up, but they are not going to stand for the guards assaulting a man in broad daylight. That's unacceptable.
Min, if you want, you can say you're starting to take Irina back to the tavern.
Yeah. I think that's probably
Um,
what we'll start to do.
Vile, would you like to do anything? You're over by Mithril, so.
Yeah, are there guards within 15 feet of me?
Yes, there's a couple, yeah.
There's a couple? How many?
3.
3?
3.
All
I was
right.
like, I have chosen murder.
I'm not gonna murder those 3 specifically, but I still have my spirit guardians up since I lengthened it. I'm going to designate every guard except for the 3 who are currently within 15 feet of me as enemies. So if the guards come within 15 feet of me, they're gonna have to do a roll. Wisdom saving.
We get it, Vile. You have meta magic?
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a sorcerer.
What? No.
But yeah. So if they
Okay.
come within 15 feet, they gotta roll. Yeah, enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Currently, they're not moving because they're trying to figure out what the fuck.
You're just like, what the fuck,
with
Isaac?
Bello, are you doing anything? This might not be. If they're trying to start a revolution, Bello, you're starting to get an idea that you probably shouldn't stick around. Because people are looking at you now. And they don't usually look at you. So, you have a little bit of that going. Do you want to do anything? Yeah, trying to get away.
You just dipping.
Bella's like, I'm outie, I'm outie.
If you want to say I'm walking away from the crowd, I will let you do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of dip into the nearest alley I can find.
Why
Wow.
don't you roll me a stealth check?
Oh, thank God, Rogue Bard over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rogue bard making stealth checks.
Watch me get a 1.
I'll laugh my ass off.
We've already had 2 ones this game, like... Okay, that's not too bad. You get into an alleyway. Most people did not see where you
I should go.
went.
I'm also just going to preemptively use my free charm or my free disguise self
Yeah.
to just
Fucking vanish.
You just become a commoner.
yeah.
I get it.
Good plan. Good plan. Virgil, you are sending Foss to go see where the Baron is going?
Yeah, just to get an idea of like, basically to get an idea of like how he's looking, where he's going.
He is going to his mansion.
He doesn't have. He has guards with him, I assume, or not? Is he
Not right now,
just...
because all of the guards were about to convene on Mithril.
You're welcome.
But you're kind of looking there. You can kind of see guards kind of looping. A couple guards kind of looking like they're going to head that way. So.
Okay.
I'll
have Faust, still invisible, fly back to Mithril, and let's see.
Can I roll up?
Yeah, can I do my fucking spooky ass fucking weirdo shit with the bird and just talk as me through it and just go and just be like,
What the fuck?
I hope you can wrap this up a little quickly because there are more guards coming this way and I can't tell them not to do anything.
Mithril nervously pats the bird on the head.
The invisible bird.
Yeah.
Invisible
bird.
Vile is staring at the bird. They've never seen it talk before.
It's invisible.
It's invisible. Vile is like, where the fuck is Virgil's voice coming from? Because Vile's probably right next to me.
Vile's like, ah, yes, Virgil is here. Good.
Virgil is here. Good. You see some people starting to step into houses. Not like a majority, but there are some people who are.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, it looks like they're stepping into houses, and different places. People are starting. It looks like they're grabbing stuff.
Pitchforks and
Pitchforks
torch.
torches.
So, Mithril, do you have more you want to say? Seeing this, are you?
I think I have.
You can see the guards. Isaac is not telling them to do anything, and a lot of them look like they're trying to decide what side they're about to be on. So, you could try talking to the guards.
Yeah, is Isaac still here, like, near me?
Isaac is still... He's still here. He looks like he is planning to be leaving.
Alright. I'm gonna single him out.
Okay. What are you saying to him?
Isaac! You know, you're such a powerful man, and I'm sure you have a brain to go along with it. Aren't you tired of being a bit of an underling to a man that's probably not as smart as you?
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check specifically? Since you're talking to Isaac. Also, I'm sorry if there's noise in the background. I don't know if my mic is picking it up.
That one.
That's fine.
You're a total.
Does not work on Isaac.
That's
You
fine.
see him just like turn and leave. He says something to the closest guard and then he turns and leaves. So
I think that's a
Hold
sign
on,
to
I'm
get
thinking.
the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. I mean, I am going to go ahead, undo my glowy
Flashlight.
glowy, and I'm gonna cast darkness and get the fuck out of Dodge.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you have darkness?
It's a
Wait.
second level evocation for paladins.
Wait, really? They can get that?
Oathbreakers
not
can,
know,
I
okay.
guess.
sorry, I was distracted by
I
something.
did not know that.
You're
they
casting
could get
darkness.
Mhm.
What is the radius for that? Where are you casting
15-foot radius sphere. I'm going to start to climb down from the float, dragging the man with me and gesturing for Vile to come. And as I'm getting down and exiting, I'm going to cast it behind me.
Okay. So onto the townsfolk and the guards?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you going? To the
Nearest
tavern?
alleyway.
Nearest alleyway? Why don't you because not everybody will be in darkness. Why don't you roll me either sleight of hand or not stealth or investigation. Investigation to find the best hiding spot, stealth to just get somewhere.
I can't do stealth, so. How's that?
Investigation works. You are able to find a little alleyway that seems to be out of view of the main place.
Hey, how are you?
Harry.
Bello might also be in this alleyway. Yeah, so what are you doing now? I assume Vile followed you.
Yeah, Vile would be following like right behind Mithril.
Virgil's fucking burning. Virgil is like waiting till Mithril gets close enough to like follow them. And then is like following Mithril and like burning an action to move if he needs to keep up.
Okay. So Virgil's a little bit behind, but Virgil doesn't look like the rest of you because he has a giant cloak on, and so he's kind of blended in.
Yeah, I'm stripping to my bare minimum underrobes. Fuck the splashy garb, fuck everything. It's going in a dumpster.
Okay.
You want to be invisible, you marshmallow bitch?
Please make me invisible, you clown bitch.
Well, since Bello completely disguised himself, this fucking villager just runs up to you, touches you, and you're now invisible.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Alright. I didn't have a plan for aftermath.
Okay. I guess my most immediate question is where are you guys going? Are you going to the tavern? Things are going to start happening, and if your goal is to just get the fuck out of Balaki, then I just need to know the plan.
Probably get Irina and Min. And
they
then,
were going to the tavern, you know
yeah,
that.
so probably track them down, find everybody, and then like plan a way to get the fuck out of Dodge. If all the guards are over here, our best bet is either towards the church or straight up.
They're just
Cross the lake.
They're in this way. I just set them there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So our best
much
bet is, we either go up here and hope they think we're going this direction, or we go in the direction of the church. See if we can't get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay. Min and Irina
just go up north.
Have made it to the tavern. So I assume you guys are going to the tavern getting your shit.
Yeah, that's probably best bet is pack up because probably don't want to stay here much longer. So
I imagine this is a quick pack up, at least.
Yeah.
Um,
I imagine Min doesn't have exactly that much packed with them at all times.
Not
Yeah.
not really. I mean, Min probably just keeps most of their stuff on them.
I assume most of you guys stay mostly packed. Anyway, it's more just like grab our bags.
Yeah,
I
Virgil
assume
has
you-
like a full, like a go bag.
Yeah, I assume you guys all just kind of have a bag that we need to go grab and like maybe a change of clothes. That is
Yeah,
not in the
Vile
bag.
takes all their stuff with them all the time.
Yeah, Mithril
Certainly
leaves
wasn't
everything
expecting to become
packed.
fugitives in Barovia.
Okay, we'll say, why don't you guys roll me a collective stealth roll to get to the top? Because Vile still, people know who Vile is. But obviously, if you're invisible, then you'll get it.
Do
Yeah.
I need to roll my stealth since I'm invisible?
No, I would say Virgil and Vile roll me stealth rolls if you're trying to just get through. To get? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
To roll stealth with disadvantage.
Real-
So
this is-
I rolled
and
the
you
same
gotta tell you,
exact roll.
you guys get to the tavern. As you guys are like walking, you start to hear chanting from the town square.
Hear what?
Chanting, chanting.
Hail
Oh shit! I
Satan.
think it worked.
Uh,
Revolution.
so yeah, you can practically feel the energy. You guys definitely broke whatever was keeping the peace. It's broken now.
Good.
You so um
Time to start looting. Let's get to the toy store. Hurry.
yeah,
No.
you guys have a couple minutes in the tavern. Are you guys A, I assume you guys are grabbing your stuff to go. B, are you guys talking at all? What
I'd
are
say
we
Virgil's
planning?
talking as he's getting his shit. He's just like,
I mean,
it's just like,
Both of
this
the
room is
doors are
fucking
open. You guys
crazy.
are talking in between the rooms,
Min
sort of thing.
wouldn't think to do this, obviously, because still have not ran into him. But I'm assuming somebody has decided to warn Hans.
Someone decided to warn Hans.
Let's say I sent Faust after I found the Baron and after I went back to Mithril, I'm like, go find Hans Bird and be like, if you
At
can.
the tavern. So
Oh, I guess Virgil will find him then and just be like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
We need to go.
I would just like to say, because Hans is going to remind you, it's raining, and I'm considering rain a part of their water weakness. So he actually cannot leave right now.
Virgil
Not even
takes
with
off
an
his
umbrella?
cloak. Virgil takes
No.
off his cloak and gives it to him, and it's just like,
Well, an umbrella might be fine. A cloak, generally, clothes do not protect them from their weaknesses.
I want to say, I have an idea.
What is your
Alright.
idea?
Give him my cloak, and constantly press the cloak clean every time
We're
as
just
we're going.
Hans
Like,
is okay waiting. Hans will be fine. Hans
Yeah,
is like,
Hans
I'm
will
fine.
be okay.
Is the raining
Hans
gonna
is-
last a while, or
Hans is like, I will find you when I get out of here. Don't worry about it. Mithril needs to run.
Mithril
Bello
needs
to
Audi.
run. This is like Hans is probably leaning in his doorframe, like Virgil's like, you need to go, and he's like, Mithril needs to go. Bello needs to go. I will
Virgil's
catch up to you
gonna
guys
stay
later.
back for a minute and be like, okay, does everybody have their shit? You all your go bags? Are you ready
Everybody, what is the plan? I assume you guys were talking and making a plan. Where do you guys want to get out of Valaki from?
I think we should probably go north.
You towards the lake?
Yeah. Go north, cut around the lake.
Well,
Okay.
the other church that we were going to was to the west. So, like, not that church. The church that wasn't in this town that Irina wanted to go to was to the west.
Yeah, Irina's like, I can no longer stay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
That's why I was like, we should probably go back to the tavern, pack up, and leave, because I'm pretty sure Irina can no longer stay here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember if that was the overall long-term plan or not, but
me
that plan's
wait.
been thrown out the window.
Let me go look at the main map. Just where is the okay? Sorry, because I just need to look at this from here where you guys are going. Going west will take you towards where you guys would be going towards the next Kurzek, towards the Abbot. Or you could go up towards the lake, and then that might be a shorter route, but then you guys would have to figure out how to get back to the main road once you go through the lake. Is the issue. You guys don't really know what the lake looks like. You guys didn't go that way. So, it's up to you guys. But going towards the lake will probably take you by the Baron's house.
It'll take us by the Baron's house?
Yeah, because the Baron is up here.
I think we should just head straight west. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
Yeah, that's
probably the
probably
best course.
That's
And
probably
if we
smart.
meet opposition, the church will probably help us.
That's true. Okay. So we're all heading towards the church. When you guys step back out of the chanting is much closer. You can hear yelling. You can hear like a couple voices definitely like leading, and they are going towards the Baron's house.
Good.
There's no doubt about it. Are you guys stopping to look at all, or are you guys just like go?
Just go.
We're just going. Is
Yeah.
Mithril still invisible? How long does invisibility
Yeah, how long
last?
does it last?
Hour. Okay, so you're good.
Long enough to get
Mithril's
out of town.
naked and invisible.
But not afraid.
You
But
don't
not
have to be
afraid.
naked anymore. It turns your clothes invisible too.
Yeah, but Mithril took off the like.
Yeah, I had already taken off the
ritual
fancy clothes, so
gear.
I'm in my underrobes.
You're in your
Are you-
underwear.
Yeah.
Are we putting a cloak on Vile to hide? Because Vile would be recognizable.
I'd say Virgil will definitely give Vile his cloak and just
Is
be
Vile
like,
cool with that?
yeah, I think Vile, it's more important to get out right now.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Vile gets that.
So everyone pretty much has a cloak on them, or is invisible, or is dressed like a commoner. And you guys can go. I'm not going to make you roll any checks to get out because you guys successfully disguised yourselves and you guys are not the primary targets.
I do like
but-
that no one's asking who this commoner is.
I think everybody knows.
It would be some shit that Bello would pull.
I think everybody looked and was like, "That's Bella."
We also still have the random villager man with us.
Yeah,
why
what
are
are
you
you doing
taking him
with him?
along with us?
Because if I left him there, he would have been fucking killed.
Yeah, but
Um,
there's a revolution going
yeah,
on now.
Well, I'm taking him to the church and leaving him there.
you want
He's
to take
safest
him to
there.
the. Okay.
Take him to
Oh.
Snurch.
Yeah,
Take
snake
him
me
to
to Snurch.
So you guys, yeah, Bello, you're running. You can go in. I'm just gonna move you next on the actual map. So I wasn't gonna move you, but if you guys want to run across the map because it's funny.
I will
As you
say
guys,
that like I hadn't planned on like men like disguising themselves in any way, but I don't know if men necessarily needed to.
Min didn't really need to because Min was when it started happening. Min was like, "I'm taking Irina to the
Yeah.
tavern." So
We need to get away from this because shit's getting bad.
yeah. So we will end session here with as you guys leaving Velaki, you just hear like the loudest crack of thunder followed by lightning right above the town as you guys hit the gates.
God, I fucking hate Palaki.
And that's where we'll end session for tonight.
Viva la
Congrats, you
revolution.
started a revolution. I'm sure nothing bad could come from this.
Surely not.
Surely not.
I don't fully understand why this town was so bad, but you know.
Hey, Devin.
Hmm?
You know Drake's home.
Alright, well, thank you all for hanging out on stream with
They
us.
should be. They didn't go out or anything. They
We'll
got
see
here
you
I
on
need you
guys
to-
speed.
next week.
I need you to get him and tell him to come here.
I stream.